Is the Miss Knockout Show on the airwaves? So like, if-ify, share-ify, bless-ify the flow. Is the Miss Knockout Show? Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do broke-ify, now we amplify. Stay blessed-ify, let the energy fly. Hit that tap-ify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's the Miss Knockout Show. Knockout Show, hot topics, beats and the glow. You rock it with Miss Knockout. Let's go. If-ify, share-ify, bless-ify, if-ify, share-ify, bless-ify, share-ify, bless-ify.
Topics as soon as hey, what's up everybody? Hey, welcome to Miss Knockout Show. I'm your host, Miss Knockout. Welcome to another day of hot topics, breaking news, breaking stories. Everything is going on over here. We got the news that you need and that you can use. All right.
Welcome.
Oh, there you go. There goes the talking. All right. So everybody come on in. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to you. All right. So we are on all parties. I might have to go on my chat GTP on here. I don't know. We'll see. Right. We're on all parties. So everybody come on in. All right. We're going to do some stories today. So let's get it popping. All right. So how's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? Let's go in the chat GTP over here. All right. So everybody come on in. We are officially on all platties. Welcome to the Miss Knockout Show. Hey, Trish K, thank you. Everybody share-ify, tap-ify. All right. And make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel notification. Okay. And let's see. Everybody subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. All right. So we got a lot to talk about today. Now, somebody did bring up that Cuba's energy bank is down. And why is Cuba's energy bank is down? Well, let's take a look and see. Why is Cuba's energy and power shut down? So there's a lot of things going on as to why Cuba's energy and power shut down, right? Imagine being where you are, all right? Hey, Trisha, hey. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody share-ify, everybody tap-ify. Thank you for the 3K, all right? I'm going to put in the Discord, the tapation in the Discord, read between the lines, all right? I got one for Android. I got to find the one for Apple. That way you don't have to go on the TikTok shop and get it. All right. So sometimes it takes too long. And sometimes you get those things and they don't be working right. So we want to get something that's effective so we can get it in. All right. So I will, when I get off today, I'm going to make sure I go on the Discord and put in there.
Yes.
Put in there the links that you could download the tappy thing, read between the lines, on Android and Apple. Now, I do have an Apple one, but I'll put the Android one in there today after I get off. I'll put it in the announcement section. All right? So everybody come on in. So since y'all brought it up, the first thing we're going to talk about is why did Cuba's lights and power go down? What is the problem? Why is this happening? Well, there's a lot of explanations. And yes, as you guessed it, the man whose name that starts with a T has something to do with it. Okay? He does have something to do with it. And, because he's messing with the oil, he's messing with Venezuela, he's messing with this, he's messing with that. As you know, They over there messing with Iran. Iran has a lot of oilification. You know, this man just happens to be everywhere where there's oilification, right? So the first thing and reason why Cuba's energy is down is because the oil and grid is failing. All right. So most of Cuba's equipment is worn out, right? And there's a few frequent maintenance issues. When the plant fails, larger parts of the island go dark. Now, it is an island. Okay, it is an island. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it. Okay, it is a island. All right. And let's see what else. So oil fuel shortages is a big part of. So one, the equipment's old. They had it forever. They don't have money like us to get a new equipment, right? Now somebody also said our power grids are old too. Yeah, our power grids are old too, but we do have like Con Edison and systems in place to repair it. You know what I'm saying? When it gets old, or replace stuff when it's worn out. These countries that are like third world countries, if you may describe it like that, they don't have the money. You know, the people in power or in these countries, they keep all the money for themselves, and then they let the people run around and fend for themselves. If I was queen or president of a country like Cuba or wherever, okay, it will be some of the richest island. Everybody have a business. I'll make sure everybody has everything. But see, greed is a big thing with humans. Humans love to be greedy. They love to get in position and keep everything for themselves. Like the guy in Venezuela, for example. Now, even though he got arrested, that doesn't mean that he's a good person. Shame on you, Mr. Morano. You know what I'm saying? Because he ran a boat over there, kept the people desolate. And that's why they dance in the street and they're praising Mr. T on one hand, because Mr. T did set them free.
This is humans on natural greedy.
Yeah, they're naturally greedy. You're right about that, Samantha. You know what I'm saying? We see it all over the place. In the music business, they're taking the publishing. And now there's a big thing in the music business where we got all these scam artists bilking artists out of thousands of dollars. But that's another discussion for another day. I want to get this Ray guy on my thing and do on here one day and do an interview with him. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to partner with him and do a hold on, y'all. I gotta answer something. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, first availability. What's that for? That's for the 19th. Okay. Yeah, we got to get that work in. So now I got to change my appointment. I have a consultation, but I want a consultation. I didn't pay for it. I want a consultation for my song, Knockout Coming with the Heat. They chose my song, and these professionals want to give me a consultation to tell me what I need to do to go to the next level, but I'm not paying for it. I want it in a contest, right? But greed is a big thing in entertainment. It's really big. Okay, in business, you know, and whatever have you. Am I going out on the screen? Oh, I'm back now. And whatever have you is greed. And it's also with these countries. These countries have these leaders who get in position, and it's me, 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 me. They don't think about the people, right? But you see what's happening. You know, all these people that are greedy, karma has no expiration date. Karma has everybody in the chokehold right now. Karma is making their rounds like no other. Karma is not taking a day off or a vacation. Karma is doing its big one. And we see it in entertainment and we see it in politics. Everybody's catching karma. And people think that person that starts with a T isn't catching his karma. But believe me, karma is just around the corner. You watch and see. All right. Now, if you follow him, hey, it's a free world. It's a free world. You're entitled to who you want to follow.
Sure is.
We don't tell each other who to follow, who not to follow. Everybody got their own life to live. Right? But I seen one woman did an interview, right? And she said she was cursing out the man that starts with a T. And then the interviewer asked her, he said, well, how many times did you vote for him? She said, 2 or 3 times. And then she said, yeah, I'm an idiot. I thought that was so funny. She said, yeah. She said, yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, so lady, you said it. You said it, not us. All right, let's get back to Cuba. Now, why is Cuba, why is their energy failing? Well, fuel shortages. Okay, this is another big reason. Okay, Cuba relies heavily on imported oil, as we all rely on heavily imported oil. Now, is there oil in the United States? Yes, there's oil in the United States, but we have to take the time and the systems to find said oil, right? And Mr. T has been very vocal about opening oil refineries. Why? Because that's where the money's at. Imagine if Mr. T struck oil over here. Oh my God. You wouldn't be able to tell him nothing. I struck oil. I struck oil. I struck oil. Oh, I struck oil. You wouldn't be able to tell him nothing, right? Okay, so shipments from allies like Venezuela has decreased. And why did they decrease? Because Maduro is in prison. He's right in the next borough, right in Brooklyn. The president of Venezuela, your president is right in Brooklyn. I could take a train and ride to the prison he's out there. I could be there in about 40 minutes. Can you imagine that? We got the president of Venezuela in jail. We got Tekashi 6ix9ine was in the same jail. We got Luigi is in the same. All of the jail, the prison is like, it's like a celebrity march now. The prison is like this. It's like Access Hollywood in the MDC. The prisoners is like, wow, it's more famous people in here than us, right? Hey, M3L, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody that's on the Y and all the other platforms. I see you, Charlene, over there on the yes, Elevator. I am actually a female rapper, and I'm also a producer, and I'm also a composer. You know, think of me like a female Quincy Jones, right? And yeah, I have a song out. It's called Knockout, coming with the heat. All right, and you could go check it out on Spotify and all the music platforms. Is under Miss Knockout. And yeah, I am a female rapper, you know. And yeah, so welcome in, Elevator. How are you doing? So everybody come on in. This is the Miss Knockout Show. We're here mostly every day, you know, unless I got to go get some bread. Right? We're here every day. Okay, we're on the tick to the clizot, and we're on the F to the BZ, and we're on the face to the BZ, and we're on the XE, you know, where Mr. Elon owns. All right. Thank you, Star. And we're on, I said face to the Booksy. I'm not on I to the Jeezy yet. I'm on Link to the Done, the LinkedIn, and
Charles Lincoln 7. Good morning, sis.
Good morning, sis. And I'm on Twitchy Poo. I am on Twitchy Poo. Finally. All right.
Charles Lincoln 7. Good morning, sis.
Yes. So everybody come on in on an elevator. Make sure you hit the thumbs up so that the Y can send my video out. So now we're talking about Cuba, and why did Cuba's energy go down? Cuba's sitting in the dark right now. Mr. T said, I'm going to take over Cuba. He wants to take over everything.
Chat, follow, tap, share, repost.
So thank you so much, Deshaun. So the shipments from allies like Venezuela has decreased because, you know, he's locked up. So the oil flow ain't flowing like it should be. Global fuel prices have made it harder to afford imports. And why is that? because the man that started with the T, as the Canadian politician said, I was watching the interview, he is the global economy's worst enemy right now. The global economy's worst enemy, they said. Okay, Mr. T needs to worry about America. Yeah, well, he is worried about America. Only thing he's worried about doing in America, Dina, is destroyifying America. And why does I feel like he wanted to destroyify America? Because America destroyified him by making him a 39 count felon. Okay? Yeah. All right, let me set the gift gallery. I keep forgetting about the gift gallery. All right, everybody come on in. All right. So everybody come on in. All right, so oil and fuel is not being delivered like it should be. All right. That's another reason why they're in the dark, and they can't afford oil. Even if it was deliverable, it's hard for them to, it's hard for them to, thank you so much, Special. Thank you. It's hard for them to get the oil, even if, thank you, Special, made me reach my goal right away. W in the chat for Special. Thank you so much, Special. I appreciate you. Now, the economy crisis and U.S. sanctions. Cuba's economy has been struggling hard. If it hasn't been struggling before, now it's really struggling. Okay, they have limited access to internal money or credit. So other countries have credit. They borrow from other countries. China is like the world's credit card system. Everybody owes China. Y'all know that, right? Everybody owes China, right? They have limited access to international money. U.S. sanctions restrict trade with fuel access. Shame on you, Mr. T. Shame on you. You were part of the reason why these people was feeling around in the dark. Hey, Spooky. Thank you so much, Spooky. Everybody get your orange heart. There's not enough funds to upgrade the infrastructure, right?
#FIP.
So they could easily modernize the system if they had money, right? Lack of maintenance parts, okay? They can't even fix what they got because replacement parts are hard to get. Their technology is outdated. Damn, Cuba is messed up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should all pitch in and help Cuba. But we should all pitch in and help America. There's people, every time I say it, R.I.P. to Kiki Shepard. Yes, Kiki Shepard was left this earth, and R.I.P. to her. She was the host at the Apollo, the beautiful girl that came out and held her hands out and presented everybody. Beautiful, beautiful woman.
34 counts of felony charges. Can you go to jail for after pretty?
How that worked for third? Well, once he steps foot. Like once he stepped foot out of the presidency, because I feel like he only got in there to stay out of prison. But once they have the new election,
clapping chat, let's run them lights up.
And
thanks.
When the new president is sworn in at midnight, that's it. He becomes a regular person, and if he doesn't leave the White House, they're gonna throw him out of there, like they throw the Fresh Prince out on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember how they threw Jazzy Jeff out the doggone front door? They're going to throw him right on out the front door, and he's going to land on it. Yeah. So, people say, oh, well, if he doesn't get elected, he's not going to leave. Yeah, he's going to leave. They're going to take him out of there. They have the right to physically remove him. So, yeah, people think that
Charles Meekin 7, yes.
It's a limit. It's a limit to being invincible for him. He's going to hit the wall, right? Can he go to jail? Oh, of course he can go to jail. Of course he can go to jail. Everything that he got mad cases on him too. You know why the cases stopped? Because he was elected president. The cases stopped. Once he hits the doggone foot touches the ground as a regular civilian, It's on and popping. They're going to open every case in history. Every case in history.
I became a title gifter for the first time.
Thank you so much, Special. Thank you. I appreciate you, Special, for becoming the title gifter. Yeah. For the first time. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Everybody.
exactly right. All bets are off.
Yeah, all bets are off, and they're gonna do them in. All right. So so there's a high demand, especially for when it's hot. They need electricity spikes over there. Air conditioning usage go up, and the grid can't handle it. Right. And then weather damage. They have a lot of hurricanes over there in Cuba. All right, and they got damaged power plants. And it sets back repairs for months. Now, what's happening right now? Is that they're in the dock right now and they have a major plant fail. They're scheduled for rolling blackouts due to fuel shortage. And it's sad. How are you going to make money? How are you going to live? How are you going to take a shower or cook? You know, how are you going to cook food? What are they eating over there? You know, who's going to help Cuba? Who is going to help Cuba? That's the question. But it goes right back to, we need our own help. We need our own help. All right. So everybody come on in. Welcome to the live. I'm your host, Miss Knockout. Okay. We're going to talk about a lot of things this morning. Now, I see something really crazy. All right. The guy Afro Man that made that song, because I was H, you know, HIGH. I don't want to say it here because on the clock, you know how they get. So he has a case right now because these people, let me see if I can find it on here. Let me see if I can find it on here. So these people, the cops raided his house, right? And the cops wound up not having to press charges on him, right? Because they didn't find whatever they needed to find. They didn't find it. But in the midst of the charges being dropped, he made this song about the woman who led the charges in his house being raided. So his house was raided. He's in court now. Okay, well, hold on. Oh, let me save this because we're going to go back. We got more on David and we got more for Nancy Guthrie. All right. Well, hold on. So we got more on Nancy Guthrie. We got more. Okay, so let's see. So let's go to this court case. This Afro man, he didn't get a charge put. And wait till y'all see this get up of him in court. Wait till you see this get up. So we're gonna listen to over here, right? But we're gonna see it on the T because the T is where I can show stuff. The Y, I gotta show the still. Okay, hold on, y'all. So that's him right there. He's in court. Okay, let me give you a little backstory before this starts. Hold on, let's pause this. So Afro Man, who is right there, is in court because they raided his house. And in the midst of the raid, they didn't get what they needed to get. So they dropped the charges. And then he decided to go make a song about the woman who raided his house. And the song is called Lick 'em Low Lisa. Lick 'em Low Lisa. And they played the chord in the court, and you're gonna see it. And she just boo hoo 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 hoo. So the officer is suing him. So that's the Afro Man he made before I get I, right? But put the H on that. That's the same guy who made that song. So he made a song called Lick 'em Low Lisa about the woman who raided his house and failed, and now his crazy behind is in court. So let's watch this court case. Let's watch it. Okay, hold on.
Battery 90%. Connected to HY300 Pro.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the share screen over here.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, would you give us your name, please?
My name is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
You are known under the stage name as Afro Man, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that
sir.
right? How many states of the United States have you performed in, do you think?
All of them.
All 50?
Yes. I don't remember, but not all of them, but I've been to a few.
How many live performances did you do last year, roughly?
I don't know. Possibly, no, I don't know. It's a lot of days, but I don't know exactly.
And you have a residence here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir.
You have been performing for 20 or 30 years, is that right?
All my life.
All his life.
And is it fair to say that one of the first big hits you had was "But Then I Got High"? Because I got high. And do you think it's accurate to say that that song has had over 300 million views on YouTube?
Sounds right.
You have a large presence on social media, obviously, correct?
Depends on your definition of large. There's bigger people than me, but I'm all right.
And on Instagram, is it fair to say that you have
It was a big
247,000 followers?
Yeah, I got some of them the other day.
He said, I'm all right.
You got new ones coming all the time.
Yes, not all the time, just here lately.
Because the trial's coming up?
Yeah, all the publicity from the officer's lawsuit and me is running up my numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And on YouTube, you have...
See, you shouldn't have told him that, Afro Man, because now they're going to run up them numbers in that lawsuit. Oh, now you running up your music, now you can run up your pay. Afro Man, stop. Let's listen.
Almost 1 million followers, 983,000. Is that right?
I haven't looked. It was 977 last time I looked.
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers.
I haven't looked at them, but that sounds kind of right.
You haven't looked at it. You better look over there.
You know when you post something that a lot of people are going to see it, don't you?
Yes.
You know where he's getting at. So you know where he's getting at. He's getting at that song that he put out. I think it's called Lick 'em Low Lisa. Talking about that officer. You know, when you put it out, sir, a lot of people are going to see it. And she's going to be like, oh, it's causing me emotional distress. And Lick 'em Low Lisa is going to get some money. All right, let's listen.
When this search happened back in August of 2022, Mr. Foreman, you weren't at home?
No.
You were driving home from Chicago?
Yes.
And you got an alert from a family member that the sheriffs were there searching your home. Is that right?
Yes.
And you were able to turn on your phone and watch through your home security system what the deputies were doing for a period of time, weren't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You sure did.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this week, because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact.
So let me ask you, do you think it's right for him to make a song about Lisa because they made a mistake raiding his house? Yes or no? Are you frozen on? I'm frozen. Am I frozen on the why? I'm frozen on the why. Charlene said I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Oh, yes? Okay, hold on. Let me make sure my camera. Oh, the camera's down low. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Is it still frozen? Is it still frozen?
Nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
yes, but
Yes.
tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday.
Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
I look like
The,
I froze again.
The deputies left a warrant return at your house, didn't they?
I think they left something with my ex-wife. I'm not sure.
Well, you saw,
If I'm frozen on the why, refresh, okay?
as soon as the search was over, as soon as you got home, you saw a document that showed exactly how much cash had been taken from the house, correct?
I know I got paid $5,000 for the show that suit was in. I forgot that money was in that suit. But, I heard, I don't know what piece of paper I heard. I knew they took some money. I just knew they took some money. I knew it was 4,000-ish. I knew they took some money and they seized some money and some weed and some, I don't know what else, just minor stuff.
You knew how much money was in that pocket when you came home and saw the warrant return, didn't you?
It was $5,000 from back when I did that show. I remember it was $5,000. But anyway.
So is it your testimony that they actually took $5,000 instead of $4,390?
No, I know when I did that show, it was with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa at Red Rocks in Denver. The balance of that show, for me, they sent in a deposit, but the balance was $5,000. I put the $5,000 in my coat pocket. I got drunk, I got high, and I forgot to get that money, and I hung that suit back there. And that's where they got that money.
So it was $5,000 they got?
Yes, it was $5,000 that was in my suit when I got paid in Red Rocks. Now, after all of this stuff, whatever, it's I don't really know the complete number. It's 46, it's 430. The number bounces up and down. But all I know is I got paid $5,000 at the Red Rocks with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa when I played the Red Rocks in Denver.
And you got $4,000 returned, right?
I don't know the exact amount.
Well, you were there with the news when you got it.
Right, and the lady at the sheriff's station admitted that the sheriffs was short. You can go watch the 19 News.
You knew when you saw the warrant return, didn't you, that the amount that they were saying was taken was actually more money than was in that suit, Buck.
I didn't warrant.
That's why you brought the news to the sheriff's office when you got the money back, because you knew that they had miscounted the money and the number on the evidence bag was actually
I didn't know
more money.
nothing. The lady at the sheriff department just volunteered the information. I was sitting there, if she had been, I might not even known I got ripped off. She admitted it live on Channel 19 News that the money wasn't right.
You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15s. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney. So to make sure I got out of that place with my money.
You brought the news to protect you physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't bring the news because you already knew there was a miscount and you were going to make.
I didn't know nothing about the miscount. I didn't know. I figured they stole my money. They turned my cameras off.
Now, do y'all see how some of these celebrities call the news on themselves? I'm about to call the paparazzi on myself. You see how some of these people call the paparazzi on themselves? Don't think that the paparazzi. Sometimes I get castings, right? That a certain celebrity is going to be here, and we need people to act like fans of that celebrity going in the restaurant. Sometimes we get casting calls for that, and you looking at it like, I ain't gonna mention what the celebrity's name is, but you looking at it like, so and so don't be getting fans when they go what? But they create more. They want to create more. So he called the news on himself. Okay.
Well, so if you turn my cameras off, you must have got something bad in mind. So yeah, I'm accusing them of it. They turn my cameras off. I can't see what they're doing.
So your testimony under oath here today to these 10 jurors is that you brought the news when you picked up your money to protect you physically from being beat up or shot by the sheriffs, right?
Yes.
All right.
And they volunteered the information that the money wasn't right. That's just an extra something we found out. But I came with my attorney and the news to make sure the people running around my house with guns didn't take me into jail and do something.
You had a safe in your home, correct?
2 of them.
2 safes. Did the sheriffs look into those safes to your knowledge?
Yes, they did.
The deputies?
Yes.
And how did they get the combination?
I gave it to my ex-wife so the sheriffs wouldn't pull my safe out the floor, take it to the station and put something in it and try to say that whatever they put in my safe was mine. So I went ahead and gave my ex-wife, who I didn't want to give my combination to, it was just safer. I went ahead and gave her my combination so they could open up the safe and realize that they just vandalized somebody that don't even have nothing in the safe.
And do you know what was in those?
What you laughing at, Lips? Are you laughing at that crazy suit he got on? Ain't that suit crazy? Where did he get that suit from? Where did he get that suit from? Temu USA. Afro man. Why would you go to court in a suit like that? It's so distracting. We're trying to take this court case serious. We really are, Afro man. We really are. Cloud Star. Special. Miss K, he's looking fine. He looking fine? You like him? Yeah, he's cute. You like his afro and stuff? Yeah, he looks like he's down to earth, right? I was thinking he got that suit, but the suit is kind of distracting though. I just keep looking at the stripes and the Okay, hold on. TikTok is asking, wait, hold on, y'all. TikTok wanna verify me. Y'all. Okay, come on, Afro man. Come on, Afro man. Let's come on.
It was absolutely nothing in the safes.
Don't you keep jewelry in those safes?
No.
Didn't you tell me that in your deposition that you keep jewelry in those safes?
I do.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home after the search?
I didn't put nothing in the safes.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home?
Nothing was in them, so nothing was missing from the safe.
You heard him. None was in the safe.
You talked to Randy Walters on the phone before you got home that evening during the search.
What the short? I'm surprised he got He not got shines. USA. It looks like a Deshaun said it looked like a 70s suit in hot pink. That do look like it is. Is it right? Hot pink. Bro, man, why are you doing this to us? We want to watch your case and stuff. We're trying to be like, it's so unserious. It's just so unserious. Charlie said Dolomite. Dolomite. Oh, I was being good, Miss. Yeah, you was being good. You say he looked good. He looked nice, right? Everybody else he looked like Dolomite. remember when Huggy Bear had those fishbowl shoes? Remember, what's the movie, right? Is it I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? When Huggy Bear came out the jail and they were playing the music, down, and then he had those fishbowl shoes. And then the fishbowl shoes brushed it open, and then all the fish spilled on the sidewalk. And then they showed the little kids was dying laughing. What's up, David? David, look at Afro Man. Hey, David, look at Afro Man, right? So Afro Man is the one who made that song, because I get, but put the H on it. So he's in court because they raided his house, and his crazy behind decided to go make a song about the cops, and now the cops are suing him for making that song about him. You like to hear? Thank you, David. Yeah, this is my knockout coming with the heat. I gotta send you my song. It's the one that you like, David. I released it. It's the first. It's in my link tree. David, click my link tree. The song that you like, I released it. It's called Knockout Coming with the Heat. So he's in court, and then he got on this doggone red, white, and blue suit. And we in here laughing at the suit because we trying to watch, we trying to watch the court case. But we can't get through it because the suit is so funny, and they in here cracking jokes, talking about he Dolomite and stuff. He Huggy Bear with the shoes with the fishbowl. It's like, oh boy, we in 2020. The Afro Man is gonna blow up after this. He gonna be relevant. Afro Man, you better have some songs ready. You better have some songs ready. You should make a song. He had the one, because I get H, H-I to the G-H. You can't say it on the clock, right? Now, he should have a song called I'm Still H, because I'm still H, because I'm still H, because I'm still H. He should make like a prequel to that. Am I right or wrong? Ain't that a good idea? And Afro Man, if you watching this, you take my idea, I want 10%, okay? And I want one of them suits. Where did you wear that striped suit? Yes.
Right afterwards, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, gosh,
He told you that they were taking some money and some vape pens and a small amount of marijuana. He told you that?
Yes, sir.
Fight the power. Miss Huck, I'm laughing at you. You laughing at me,
You
Tina?
knew, didn't you, Mr. Foreman, that there had been an investigation by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office into the discrepancy about the cash that was missing from your home, correct? You knew there was an investigation.
Yeah, I knew the sheriff was investigating themselves.
Oh, that's how you saw it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you ever ask for a report so you could see how bad this investigation of themselves really was?
Yes, I was trying to get involved any way I can. The investigation was going on without any of my participation.
Did you ask for a copy of the report?
I did. I asked for everything.
Hey, dude, you remember this guy? That's Afro Man. He made that song, Because I Got H, Because I Get, you know what you was yesterday with the 11 drinks. Dude came in here yesterday. He said, I had 11, he said, I'm at the BAR. I had 11 drinks, and then all of a sudden, poof, dude just disappeared. Everybody was like, oh no, where did dude go? After you tell us you got 11 drinks, you just disappeared like that. What happened after you had those 11 drinks, dude? Do tell. What happened? What did you do? What did you do, dude? This dude had a nice St. Patty's Day. Hey, Kay, what's up? All right, everybody, let's get back into Afro Man. He's in court right now, right? Just got your looks on. Yeah. Thank you so much, dude. I'm doing good, Kate. How are you? So everybody come on in. We're in the middle of hot topics. This guy is in court. You might remember him. He made the song Because I Got H. But H-I-G-H. Okay, we can't say it on here because the clock is going to say, oh, you did, knock off. So H-I-G-H. But you know that song. It was a real popular song. It was funny. And everything was because he was H. Because I was. So now he's in court because they raided his house. And the cops raided his house on accident, and he was, bothered by that. So he went and made they're going to play the song. This is so unserious. It's so unserious, right? So they're going to play the song in court, right? What dude said? I was going to work. You was going to work after 11 drinks, too? Dude, you was going to work after, no, dude, I want to see that job, boy. Imagine going to work after having 11 drinks. Oh, he said no. Okay, I know that's right. Ain't nobody going to no job after no 11 drinks. You be in there swinging from the chandelier. All right, that was the song. Come on. He's singing a song. He's singing the song. Okay, yo. Look, this is so unserious. It's such an unserious warning. It's almost like I had 11 drinks, right? I had some acai berry. That's the only thing I had. It's like I had 11 drinks. All right. So this dude, Afro Man, because I get age, so he's decided with his crazy mind, he made a song about the officer that made the mistake, that had the raid. Her name is Lisa. So he makes a song called Lick 'em Low Lisa. So he made a song about the cop, and he calls it Lick 'em Low Lisa. And Lisa was in court, boo hoo hoo hoo. Lisa, you know you ain't that sad about that damn song. That song was funny as hell. Okay, you in there crying because you trying to get a check. But let's listen to Afro Man. Let's see how you're going to get out of this, Afro Man.
I was trying to be involved. I didn't.
So you've seen the report?
All right,
No,
yay.
I just saw it a few minutes.
Well, you had an attorney when you got the cash returned, correct?
At the station?
Yes.
I had an attorney. Yeah, my attorney was present.
Did your attorney ask for a copy of this report?
It wasn't in it. When I got my cash back from the station, it wasn't an investigation until we realized money was missing.
Well, did you contact your attorney and say, hey, get me a copy of that report?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Well, Mr. Klingler wants to talk about his client's attorney-client privilege in maybe way, but Mr. Foreman does have attorney-client privilege with his attorney at that time.
You look like Afro Man.
And we are going to assert that.
Are they related?
Because it's a privilege, he has it right.
And so far, he hasn't had any privilege. So I appreciate the sensitivity. Overrule the objection.
Don't have me cutting up in here. All right, y'all. All right, let's get through the commercial. So we're watching Afro Man's day in court, right? To see if Lick 'em Low Lisa is going to get this money, this girl some money. All right, so we're watching the court case. Everybody come on in, everybody tap-ify, everybody share-ify. We're on the Y, we're on the X, we're on the face to the booksies, we're on even on the LinkedIn.
And with zero
We're even on LinkedIn, we on the Twitchy poo. What you want to do, we on all platties. All right, this knockout show is expanding.
Start selling on Vinted today.
Right, we were on Watching the World 777 today with Mel. We had a great show. And so many people in there. We had a great show. We'll be back next Tuesday or maybe next Sunday. We're thinking about doing the show Sunday. All right. So everybody come on in. Let's get back to Afro Man.
Thank you, Judge. Your testimony is you never saw a copy of Detective Robinson's report until today.
Yes, sir.
And that's because you didn't want to see a copy of the
I
investigation.
did want to see. You don't know what I want. I did want to see it.
You did.
I wanted everything that had something to do with my money coming.
And that was 3.5 years ago, correct? And you haven't seen a copy of that report that you wanted to see until this afternoon. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right.
I never had my money taken by cops. I didn't know how this goes. I don't know about the reports. All I know is a live on Fox.
So when he got raided on and they made that mistake, right? I guess they took him down and they confiscated whatever was in his pockets, and he had all his money in his pocket, right? And then the cops is down there. They're like, "Oh, look, we got $3,000 here. Mark it in the records. Oh, wow, look, we got $2,500. Okay." Then every time he turned around, the number went down, and so he didn't get the correct amount of money back, and he was upset about that. And so he wanted to see a report of how they logged this money in. All right.
Fox 19 News.
So he is
the lady
something
admits that her department is short $400 of my money. That's all I know. I don't know how to investigate police officers taking money.
That's all you know, and that's all you know today, isn't it? That's the whole basis of your claim that your money was stolen, is that the amount of money that was in the bags is different from the amount of money that was written on the bag.
Yeah, my whole thing is they never should have raided me.
That's your whole thing.
That's my whole thing.
That's the
That's my whole
point.
thing. If they never would have showed up, there would be no songs about them. I wouldn't know who they are. Their faces would not be on my video cameras. None of this, we wouldn't be in this room right now if they hadn't raided my house and didn't press no charges, didn't even know what they was doing. This whole thing is their fault, and they're suing me for their mistake.
And so you don't really care if they stole your money or not. You're just mad about what they
I do care about
did.
if they stole them. Police officers shouldn't be stealing civilians' money. So I do care. All of it is an outrage. This whole thing is an outrage.
You have no evidence that they took your money except for the amount on the bag isn't the same as the amount.
How about the lady admitting that she took?
Did you answer my question?
She admitted that
Thank
she
you so
took
much
my
for the
money.
heart.
On live Fox 19 News. Go argue with the film clip.
Nobody,
Go argue with her admitting that she took my money.
nobody admitted that they took your money.
Well, whatever. Go look at her admitting that the bag is short.
Mr.
Because
Foreman,
it's open all weekend long or 2 weeks.
Not the lawyer talking back with him like he having an argument with somebody at the corner store. No, nobody took your money. Yeah, y'all took that man's money. Y'all tried to take that man's money.
After Brian and Officer Cooley just left it and just mishandled it and didn't do right.
just so we're honest with the jury here, Mr. Foreman, nobody admitted that they took your money, did they?
They admitted it was short.
Yes. It was short.
Nobody admitted that they took your money.
Wait a hot skilly dog minute. That isn't short. Somebody took the money, right? It's short. It was short. So he said nobody admitted that they took your money, but they admitted that it was short. Hello, Mr. Sir. That means y'all stole the money.
Correct.
Let's get the 50K.
It was short. She admitted. She said that it was short. And usually it's 10, $5, $2 missing. How does $400 even come up missing?
Tell them that. Let us know that. Now let us know that, Mr. Lawyer.
You posted videos about Brian Newland doing hard drugs and snitching on his friend, and you posted those based on rumors, didn't you? We can look at your deposition before you argue with me, but isn't that a fact that you made those allegations based on rumors you said you heard?
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile, and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him. Come to find out, he's a large statutory rapist that has sex with all kinds of underage girls. He buys them beers and gets them drunk. That's probably the reason he had to leave the Adams County Sheriff Department, because he beats up his wife and he messed with underage girls, and he had to get out of town and go get a job in Northwood.
All right. You don't want to answer my question.
I do. Please ask another one.
Well, let me ask this one again so I can get an answer. Remember in your deposition, when I asked you, you have no reason to think these rumors about Brian Newland are true, do you? And you said, well, it's more entertaining if it's true, and I can make some money. Remember that?
No, I don't. That's a however long that deposition was. You can read the deposition and it tells you what I said.
Do we have a copy, another copy of that?
Get
I'll
a
show it
copy.
to you. I can show you my copy.
Okay,
Refresh your recollection.
let's refresh it. He said it. You did it, Afro Man. You did it.
It's
Listen, Afro Man, you told everything that dude did that was wrong and diabolical in 3.3 seconds. You did everything that deposition said that you did, Mr. Afro Man.
thank you, Judge. If I can get it working here.
This is the funniest case I've ever seen. Allegedly, everything's all alleged. Everything is all alleged.
To refresh his recollection, he can show him it and then ask him a question, much how we would do in criminal law with a police report. So an officer didn't remember, we wouldn't show it report. We would show it to the officer. He would refresh his memory by reading it, and then we re-ask the question.
Do it that way. Just make sure he reads it right through it. And just make sure you think he reads it right. Otherwise, I have to wrestle with you about whether he read it right.
Sure.
So just read it. And then if we want to move it as an exhibit, you can do that.
Remember your deposition being taken, Mr. Foreman, in your attorney's office on
Afro Man and Cedric the Entertainment.
2023.
I remember the deposition.
And that deposition was taken in DJ Osborne's office?
Yes, sir.
Look at what Dude said. Dude said, hey, DJ Kyman, thank you for the thank you, DJ Kyman, thank you. So Dude said, rumor has it that Afro Man and Cedric the Entertainment are the same person. We're not gonna get. Thank you so much, DJ. Allegedly, alleged. Oh my gosh, my stomach is hurting. Are we gonna get through this today, y'all? Are we gonna get through this today? You know what I'm saying? This is it's so upsetting.
That's the same office that you used to film that video that we saw last night with the actor playing Lieutenant Lisa Phillips. And that actor was sitting in the same chair that Lisa Phillips sat in during her deposition, wasn't she?
Yeah, the actor played Lisa because I wouldn't have known her if she hadn't came to my house and cut off my camera.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's the office we're talking about, and that's the office where I took your deposition, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that deposition, I'm referring to page 84 of the deposition. I had asked you about.
He's testifying.
Andrea says,
According to his deposition to refresh his memory, he's doing it right.
oh, Lord, your Lord, why?
Did I ask you this question, and did you give me these answers, Mr. Foreman? Question. Would it be fair to say these are rumors? Answer. You know, Stephanie said it, and you know, some other people that don't remember, I'd be in a hurry in Walmart or something. They shake my hand. Yeah, Brian used to do this, used to do that. Then something, I didn't know him, but this is what I've heard. Question. You don't have any particular reason to think that it's true or not true, right? Answer. Well, it's more entertaining if it is true, and I could probably make some money and capitalize on it if it's true.
What are the line numbers?
Starting with line 7 and ending with line 21. Did I ask you those questions and you give me those answers?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But
but that's my question.
I've always put Brian Newland next to his brother. So that's my basis, and I've always
we noticed that.
Yeah.
And your attorney's going to be able to ask you whatever questions he wants. Right now, I'd like you to
hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I gotta answer something. Don't go nowhere. Hold up, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, Joe. I had to do something real quick. All right, here we go.
Focused on my questions, Mr. Foreman. You have
Oh,
no
yeah, we had a
evidence
good laugh
that
today.
Brian Newland
We had a
ever
good laugh
molested
today.
little boys, do you?
If you look at the picture,
let's
he's
go
holding
back.
the little boy, but it's too much for me.
Let's go back.
So
Let's go back, y'all. He said he make an accusation about people, so now he questioning on it. Let's listen.
Answer. Well, it's more entertaining if it is true, and I could probably make some money and capitalize on it if it's true.
What are the line numbers?
Starting with line 7 and ending with line 21. Did I ask you those questions and you give me those answers?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But
But that's my question.
I've always put Brian Newland next to his brother. So that's my basis, and I've always
we noticed that.
Yeah.
And your attorney's going to be able to ask you whatever questions he wants. Right now, I'd like you to focus on my questions, Mr. Foreman. You have no evidence that Brian Newland ever molested little boys, do you?
If you look at the picture, he's holding the little boy, but it's too much for me. So if you just use your eyeballs, and then his brother's a convicted pedophile.
That's your evidence for posting that pedophile stuff about little boys.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of guy is kicking on my door. What kind of guy is walking around my house reading my bank statements?
Wait a minute. So he went and looked up the officer, right, and found out the officer was allegedly touching a little boy's buttification. So these officers, they all stick together. So they mad about that. I thought that he's talking about the officers. Wow.
It's a dude that's possibly a pedophile, convicted pedophile brother, deputized by the sheriff, walking around, possibly stealing my money. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on as I zoom in with my cameras. That's not the type of guy I don't think should be on the police force.
I'm going to refer you again to your deposition. If you don't trust my reading of it, I'm happy to give it to you, Mr. Foreman. But on page 98 of your deposition, on that same day, beginning at 9/11, did I ask you this question and did you give me this answer? And again, the only evidence, you don't have any evidence that Brian Newland is a pedophile or plays with little boys. Answer, no, sir. Did I ask you that question? Did you give me that answer?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Beginning with line 11.
Remember, in these cases, they do an interview with the gov or the detectives or whatever, right? And they make a record of this, and then they save it for when you go to court, and also just to see if you're going to give different answers. So he's going back to the notes. So in the notes, he's saying he don't know if the guy is doing stuff to boyifications or whatever. But now he's like plainly out saying it. So why you didn't say that back when you did your deposition? Right, exactly. Why you didn't do it when you got the, what's up, 215? When you did the deposition, how come you didn't tell him that the officer was playing with boys then? But now you saying it while you in court. People tend to do that. In court, they tend to do the most because they want to put them in a coffin. But when they in the deposition, talking to them or whoever, the detectives, right? They in another frame of mind, and they don't realize that it's going to connect down the road when you go in court. It's going to go against what you're saying in court. So everybody coming in, this is Afro Man. This case is funny. This is like a comedy show.
Ending with line 14 on page 98.
Wow.
You have no evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money, do you?
I know if she hadn't raided my house, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nor a lawsuit or nothing. They never should have been at my house.
Since you're not going to answer my question, I'm going to go back to your deposition again, Mr. Foreman, page 102.
Your Honor, if I may, can I just enter a continuing objection so I don't have to object every time he does the deposition?
Oh, it's too important, so please be specific. Thank you.
So I would enter a notation of objection at this point. He is now testifying to the witness. He is no longer refreshing his recollection.
I'll be sensitive to that, so you can rephrase and also state that. You made the conclusion that it's your memory, so you got to go back and fix that.
All right, Judge, I will. Thank you. Do you remember telling me in your deposition, Mr. Foreman, that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
Yeah, she cut off the cameras, but I didn't know who took them. I didn't know who took them. So, for all the officers was a suspect in the at first, because I didn't know where. After the deposition, I realized that Brian Newland was in charge of the money, and I knew where to focus everything. But at first, all the cops was a suspect, especially after they cut off my cameras, and I couldn't see what they were doing.
All right. Well, so you don't remember? Is that what you're telling me?
I remember telling you that Lisa, probably didn't take my money, but I just didn't know. I just knew it was missing, and they cut off my cameras, so all of them were suspects until I figured it out.
So until you figured it.
Okay, so he figured out. Let's see what he's gonna say. Okay, so they took the money when they were searching the house. See, okay, all right, now I understand.
Until everybody figured it out, until it was solved of where the missing money was.
What was it? What was it?
All right. So just to clear this up and move on, you admit that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
No. But I know if she wasn't there in the first place, we wouldn't be having this conversation or be here.
And is it true that one of your big motivation really in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Okay. So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money.
To pay for the damages that they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Have you made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't probably $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't.
You're still making money on today, right? With the new posts and advertisements and things.
It's publicity.
You're still selling merchandise, aren't you?
No, publicity. Just me. Just everybody. Thanks to them bringing publicity to this, it's just an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact. They never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact.
Now you see how he answers that question. He doesn't say, "Yes, the more this is going on, the more money I make." You see how he pivots from that question because he knows that he says, "Yes, I'm making money from that." That's the answer they're looking for, right? To drive the nail in the lawsuit. All right. So lick 'em low. I keep calling lick 'em low Lisa. Lisa is suing him because he made that song about him. And he paraded her all over the internet because she wrongfully raided the wrong house. Right? But he's smart. He's not answering that question.
If they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault. and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching the house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office?
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday?
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes,
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's
He's smarter than
go on
what
and get
he's
this over
dressed
with.
like.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he is.
You saw all that.
He is. So he's not
You knew
a
she was
dumb
upset.
guy. You're back.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person, she is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that, but you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming to my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Hello.
Is there anything that
Now, real quick, do y'all agree with him or don't agree with him? So they're suing him because he's parading them in the streets, making songs, doing posts about them, right? But he's saying if y'all ain't come to my house, and is he wearing shades? I think he is wearing shades. Are you spooky? I didn't even notice that part. Are you allowed to wear shades in the car? Like, if I was the lawyer, right? If I was a lawyer, I would tell him, listen, you got to take off your shades because I need to see your doggone American flag eyes, okay? You need to take those shades off. Like, how you know that he's being truthful when you can't look him in the eye? He do got those shades on the core. He's something else. Afro Man, he's gonna go. He's gonna be really reveling after this, boy. That song is gonna go again. Like, people gonna be doing dancing. You need to get on, like, Afro Man. You need to get on that TikTok. You need to get on that TikTok, and you need to revamp that song. Okay, you need to revamp that song. Everybody get their presidential suits out. Let's listen.
change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
No.
That's all the questions I have.
That's all the questions I got. He said, you're welcome. Now have a seat. Have a seat, lawyer, Mr. Lawyer. You.
I'm sorry, Mr. Osborne. You want to continue the direct examination of your client now?
I agree. I kind of agree with him. I kind of agree with him. If y'all wasn't at my house, what you doing?
I was actually going
You want to sue me?
not do cross with Mr. Form at this time. I was going to hold off until our case in chief.
Yeah, I just offered you a chance to do that. So do you want to do your direct examination of your case in chief right now?
Not okay.
What Afro Man do?
Like the
Well,
Marco Stake of
Afro Man's house got, everybody that's just coming in, here's a little backstory on this. So Afro Man's house got raided wrongfully, right? They went to did a wrongful raid, right? He didn't get charged for nothing, right? But he proceeded to go on the internet and make songs about the lady. He was made songs about the lady that the officer that did the wrongful raid. He made songs about her called Lick 'em Low Lisa. It's called Lick 'em Low. And then she turned around and sued him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he keeps saying, asking them, like, oh, you making money off of this, correct? You're trying to get him to say it, but he won't say. He said, if you ain't come to my house in the first place, then we wouldn't be talking about this, right? So get it together. So he done ran and made a song called "Lick 'Em Low Lisa," right? And they're gonna play the song in court too, but we're gonna play the song. We can't play it right now because I'm on the Y, so we don't want to get a restriction, right? But they're gonna play the song, okay? But let's listen to Afro Man.
Witnesses up and down as well.
Hey, Bevy.
If he
Look at
testifies
that
in his
dude.
own direct case, it could be now or it could be later.
Thank you so much. Everybody get your orange heart. Lisa's
You'll
name.
likely see Mr. Foreman again.
Hey,
This
Shima.
was an examination on the plaintiff's case. You get a chance to hear this testimony on his case. There's your explanation. Thanks, Mr. Foreman. You can stand up.
Plaintiffs rest subject to the admission of all
There
other.
goes Afro Man. Look how he walking. He walking like George Jefferson.
Hey, Dr. Marty.
Hey, Shima.
What's wrong with this?
Thank you so much, Shima.
It's still kibble, which means
Afro
the
Man
whole
is something
process.
else,
And Dr.
boy.
Marty, we freeze-dried
Boy,
premium meat,
Afro Man is something else. You got a lot of personality. See, people like people with a lot of personality. They like that. Afro Man is funny. He's truthfully funny. Truthful and funny.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead and be seated, everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, the lunch break.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. My name is Lisa. It's funny to hear my name on here. Oh, yeah?
We're still
They're
on the
Lisa,
plaintiff's
Lisa,
case,
Lisa,
so-
they like Lisa. Lisa said, I'm hearing my name. I'm hearing my name on here so much, right? Right? It's funny. Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody keep tap-ifying, keep share-ifying. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. All right. We're listening to Afro Man in court. All right. Yeah. What's up, David? NYC is in the building. What's up now? So, David, I'm scared to show the footage over here because I don't know if I could do so. All right. Song is nice. I like the video. Thank you, David. Thank you, Shima. David, I don't know if I could play the video of him in court. Can I play the video of him in court here? No. Can I play the video of him in court? Yes or no? But I didn't know if I could play it, so that's why I put the still up until I get used to stuff. But anyway, let's listen.
We've got another witness ready to go, right? Ready to go. There you are.
That's Afro Man. Thank you so much.
Michael Robinson.
Your Honor, for the record, the defense would
Thank you
review
for the
objection
company,
contained in the
Chima.
motion when file stands
Let
March
me keep
16th.
I keep forgetting to do the gift gallery, y'all.
Thank you for filing the motion limited. With really objection, and then that preserves your issue. Very good. Go ahead.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth,
Who was
nothing
that?
but the truth?
It's one of the
From
cops?
from the God. I do.
That gotta be one of the cops.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Would you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
Certainly. My name is Mike Robinson. I'm a deputy sheriff at the Claremont County Sheriff's Office and been employed there for 35 years next month.
And can you tell us your current position and responsibilities with the Claremont County Sheriff's Office?
Sure. I'm assigned under the investigative section with the Claremont County Sheriff's Office. I'm an evidence technician.
Let me
I'm a
get
certified evidence technician through the Miami Valley Regional Crime Laboratory. I am a certified
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI
name and his that he wants to question. That you made those.
But I know if you weren't there in the first place, we wouldn't be having this conversation or be here.
Dates and times. There is no CD attached to it.
And is it true?
Asking him is training and everything, which we were not disclosed of, puts us at a disadvantage because we had no ability to research it. And we would object to that or pay.
He's going to be testifying as a fact witness judge as to the investigation he conducted into the
List is, I'm gonna have to remember the date of the first witness list. So as a fact witness, that's how I took him also. So his qualifications are relevant. I understand. Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Continue, please. And your title is detective. Is that how we should refer to you, or?
That's, yes.
Detective Robinson, you were talking about your certifications, I believe.
Yes, I'm a certified evidence through the Miami Valley Regional Crime Lab. I'm a certified CVSA examiner as computer voice stress analysis for the last 25 years, where I'm also.
I'm going to object again. What did the drone training have to do with this? Was there a drone flown? It was not in the report.
Maybe nothing.
It has to do with who he is, Judge.
Not right on point, but
I'm also, I've been certified Cellbrite examiner, which is the conducting forensic cell phone data extractions. I also serve as a backup coroner investigator with the Claremont County Sheriff's Office, or a coroner's office.
Thank you, Detective Robinson. Did you have occasion to conduct an investigation into an alleged missing amount of cash at the Adams County Sheriff's Department, the evidence room in particular?
Yes.
And just tell us how you became involved in an investigation into that.
I was contacted by our administration, who was contacted by what I believe to be the former sheriff, Adams County Sheriff Kimmy Rogers, to conduct an investigation involving the alleged missing money.
And can you explain to us what your investigation consisted of? What did you do?
Well, I met with Sheriff Kimmy Rogers, and I wanted to conduct an audit, actually, of the property evidence room that consisted of monies that would be brought in or had been brought in by deputies, detectives, agents, and so forth. So we were given, when I say we, my partner and I were given full access to that, where we counted monies that were brought in from other investigations and so forth.
And is it fair to say that your investigation really focused on an alleged cash discrepancy from a search warrant that had been executed not too long before your investigation?
That's correct.
And can you tell us any more about that investigation? For example, does the name Brian Newland ring a bell to you?
Yes. We were forwarded video footage, body cam footage of the search warrant that was conducted. And I focused attention to the body cam footage that involved the money count. And when I say money count, there were actually two money counts. There was, from the body cam video footage, there was money that was collected from one room of the home, and there was other monies that were collected from another, what appeared to be another room of the home. So you had a money count in this room that totaled a certain amount, And then you had a money count in another room that totaled a certain amount.
And do you remember what the alleged discrepancy was? Maybe not in terms of numbers right now, we'll get to that, but just in general, what was the problem? There was something, an amount was recorded that didn't actually comport with the amount of money that was there. Is that?
That's correct. So what was reported altogether was $400 missing, alleged to be missing. $390 from the first money count, from the one room money count, and $10 from another money count from the other room. So that totaled to $400.
Okay.
All right. And did you review, you mentioned you reviewed some body cam. Do you know whose body cam footage that was?
That was Detective Newland's body cam.
Okay. And you reviewed that body cam?
I did.
And were you able to come to any conclusions after your review of that body cam?
So the body cam footage that I reviewed in the one room that was counted as $4,390. I reviewed that body cam footage, and it was clear to me that there was a miscount of $390.
I'm going down the gift gallery.
And can you explain to us what it was about the body cam footage that led you to that conclusion?
Well, it's just also not the video footage. It also includes audio. So video and audio together assisted me to determine this, but it's clearly on video. If do you want me to explain?
Please do. Yeah.
So what Detective Newland does in counting this money was, you can see as he starts, he lays two $100 bills on the ground. You can clearly see that. And as he's counting the money, you can see it in body cam video, such as I'll demonstrate it as I'm talking. And you can hear him count. With $200 on the ground, you can hear him count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he shuffles the money. And then when he lays down on the $200, he lays a single $100 bill down, and now he's counting 7, 8, 9, 10.
He did a trick.
So what he's counting as $1,000 is clearly that he only has $600 in the pile.
Oh.
And as he continue on with the body cam video footage, he makes piles of 100. And there's several piles of 100.
He tried to get over on
$4,000, over $4,000.
You see what he said he did?
But as he's collecting the amounts, the money.
Who understands what he said he did to make them think that it was $4,000? He did a maneuver.
From the pile that he made.
Thank you. Everybody
He collects. You can clearly see on body cam where he's collecting as $100. It actually contains $110. Now you can clearly see this on body cam video where there's a $50 bill underneath 3 20s. He picks that up and he collects it as 100, but it's clearly 110. He had a pile over to, in the video footage, you see it on his left side. He's got a pile over there and he counted of $90. So he has 3 piles of 100s now in front of him. He picks that up.
That grip gain is strong, right, Ashanti?
Collected as $90 and he calls it $390. So he writes down on a piece of paper $4,390, when in fact the $390 doesn't really exist.
Oh, Afro Man, is that what you did, Afro Man? He was playing 3-card Molly. He was playing 3-card Molly, y'all.
Your view of the body cam convinced you that that was the source of the discrepancy between the $4,000 that was actually in the bag and the $4,390 that was written on the bag?
Absolutely.
Damn, Afro Man.
Now you mentioned a second pile of money, or a second bunch of money that was collected from the from another floor or another room. Can you tell us about your investigation into that alleged discrepancy.
Yes. So in watching that body footage, now the monies, I guess, that were uncovered in another room of the home, I could not make a determination like I could on the other count. It just didn't provide me a clear. It was counted as $641 was what was written on the packaging material that was used, and counted as 641. When in essence, I believe when it was returned to the homeowner, I believe $631 was actually in the bag, a $10 discrepancy. I couldn't account for that on body video or the audio displayed, so I couldn't come to a conclusion to that amount.
So you, for this $10 discrepancy between 631 and 641, you were not able to determine one way or the other.
That's correct.
What happened to that money?
That's correct.
On the $390 discrepancy, you were able to conclude what happened?
Absolutely.
And did you draw any conclusions at all about the $10 discrepancy, even though you couldn't see anything on video?
Yeah, I didn't conduct an interview with Detective Nolan. I didn't find it necessary, but I couldn't come to a conclusion of the 10. And I don't think it would be so far forward for me to conclude that that might have been a miscount. But again, I couldn't come to that conclusion. I don't know. Okay,
fair enough. And did you know Detective Newland before you started this investigation?
No.
Did you know anybody or have any relationship with anybody who was involved in this, in the cash that you were counting and investigating?
No.
Did you issue a report as a result of your investigation?
I did.
And is that report part of, kept in the public record as part of your normal duties as a detective?
Yes.
Could we have, what exhibit is that, Natalie?
31.
Thank you.
Try Nature Made Zero Sugar Gummies.
So
The gummies you love, now with zero sugar.
said he was missing $300.
Sell them on Vinted.
But he was doing that old trick where you count the money, then you flip it over.
Take clear pictures.
Then you count it again, and you make it look like it's more money than it is.
Zero fees.
I can't wait for Afro Man to get back up there and explain this. Afro Man, you got some explaining to do, Mr. Sir. You know what Afro Man gonna say? If y'all was never at my house, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Why do you keep sending Stephanie money?
That's what Afro Man. They're gonna say, Afro Man, was you flipping and scamming with the money? And he gonna be like, if you were never at my house, we wouldn't be talking about this. Hey, Jake Horn. Hey. What's up with you, Jake Horn? How are you? Hey, what you up to? You playing golf?
Okay, we're showing you exhibit 31.
So everybody that's coming in,
Robinson.
we're watching the case of Afro Man. We can't take this as serious. It is just so unserious, yo. We need a good laugh. We need a good laugh with the war going on and all these crimifications and everything is in shambles. We need a good laugh, okay? So even though this is the case, Afro Man got on his American flag suit looking like Elvis, you know what I'm saying? They looking like the black Elvis. He's in court because they raided his house, right? Wrongfully, right? They wrongfully raided his house, and he turned around and did a song about the officer that raided his house wrongfully, and it's called Lick 'em Low Lisa. They're going to play the song. They're going to play the song. Lick 'em Low Lisa going to come and take the stand. She's going to be boo-hooing, right? And so now these officers that he made the song about is suing him. Now, in the midst of them, what they're discussing is, in the midst of them going through his house, he said that he had $4,000 in there and $300 is missing. Hey, Chantel. But he got on the stand, the man was just listening to, said, we got him on body cam. Afro Man was counting that money and then flipping that money back. And he was doing them 3-card Molly with the money. And then he said, actually, it was about like 600 something there, right? And then he said, that's how $300 got missing because it was never there. Afro Man, can't wait for you to get back up there and tell why was you flipping and turning that money like 3-card Molly. Let's listen, y'all. This is something else. We need a good laugh for a week.
From this little snippet we're looking at here from the first page, do you recognize this as part of the report you issued?
Afro Man is a bag of fun.
And it looks like the report date is December 8th of 2022. What you doing today,
Jay? You playing golf?
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then can you go to the second page of the report, please?
So they're in court in Ohio.
And then the third page of the report.
Afro Man sang that song, Because I Get H.
Do you recognize this, Detective, as the beginning of your narrative report of your investigation and the results contained in it?
Yes.
And we're not going to, we don't need to take time right now to review everything. Right? Down at the last sentence of the second paragraph.
Wait a minute.
You wrote.
Oh, I just thought of something. You know the best way you could explain it? What's that movie with the guy that rolled up with the rollers in his hair, but they was like, they look like they got Big Worm. Remember Big Worm rolled up in Fridays? And he said, you got my money? And then Chris Tucker said, yeah. And then he said 20, then he flipped it over. And then he said 40. That's what Afro Man did. That's what Afro Man did. You remember that movie? Who remember Fridays when he went up to Big Worm? He said, you got my money? He said, yeah, I got your money. He said, 2, 4, 6, then he flipped it over. He said, 80, 90. He said, stop playing with me. Everybody ain't playing. That's what Afro Man did. That's what Afro Man did.
The monies returned did not equal to what was indicated that had been originally removed from the home. Did I read that correctly?
You read it correct.
And that's referring to this cash discrepancy that you just talked about.
Correct.
And then let's go down a little bit further.
Hey, Zoe. Hey, Zoe. Hey, everybody report, on the Y. We over on the Y.
There's some numbers there on the left,
if you
1
got
through 7, come over there. With various numbers. What are those and why are those there? Just give us a little snippet of what you're doing.
I mentioned that I wanted to conduct an audit of the monies coming in that were brought in to the sheriff's office by deputies, detectives, agents, what have you, from scenes, to see if there's a pattern or an issue. There were nearly 70 items, 60 something items that we counted. We actually broke open the packages, examined what was on the packaging, the amount, and then physically counted the money in each package. In almost those nearly 70 packages, we did find 7 discrepancies in that money, in those money counts by various deputies, detectives, agents, whoever brought those in. I don't have that list, but of those 7 discrepancies, 3 contained monies that were less than what was indicated on the package, with the highest amount being $5. 4 of those discrepancies, 4 of the 7, actually contained more money that was in the packaging that was listed on the
well, you can't really see it, but that's the report. That's the report of how much of the money.
And a lot of this involves some coin change, if you will.
Okay. And Detective, what did you conclude as a result, if anything, as a result of this investigation into the whole evidence room here at Adams County?
You know, this didn't cause any red flags to us that that there was a huge issue or anything. That this is a common mistake of counting money and coin. It really didn't send us a red flag.
And
money like here Fridays.
Then let's turn to the, no, hang on one second.
I want them to get to that song.
Yeah.
Y'all
We're
think
still
y'all
at the page at the
now.
very bottom. This is simply, I think, reciting what you've just testified to. Can you just read that for us, starting with while counting out? Can you see your computer monitor, or is it?
Can you see it on this one?
Is that easier or
Actually, that's
not?
better.
Is it okay? Yeah.
Well,
Feel free. Yeah, no. We can blow it up a little too.
that's fine. While counting out 100 bills, two $100 bills was placed down on the ground and counted aloud by Detective Nolan as being 2. The counting continues, 3, 4, 5, 6. Though you don't have a clear view of these bills being counted, the audio suggests that he has counted to the number 6. There's a pause and it goes on. What seemingly is the arranging of monies in hand while the two $100 bills remain on the floor. Next, you hear 7, and a $100 bill is placed atop of the other 2 on the floor. This is followed by 8, 9, and 10. This completes the pile the detective has established and collects it as $1,000. When it appears that he actually has $600. The video audio continues, and after counting out piles of money totaling $100 each, he begins collecting these piles, making a pile of 1,000. He makes 4 piles that appear to be totaling $4,000. With 4 piles remaining, 3 piles were collected and totaled as $300, and the third pile collects as $100. It is clear that it contains $110. This is what I was testifying earlier. A $50 bill and 3 $20 bills. The fourth pile he adds with the other 3 and states on audio $390 and records on a piece of paper $4,390. Though he records $4,390, the video audio suggests to me that he actually has $4,000. I believe this accounts for the alleged missing $390 associated with item number 1.
All right, thank you. And then you also describe your conclusion with the second bag, and I don't know that we need to read that. The jury will have it back in the jury room if they want to, but essentially you weren't able to account for the $10 from the second bag. Is that right?
Yeah. And reviewing that video footage and watching and listening, I couldn't make a determination to that amount.
All right. And do you know, was this amount of $4,390 on the first bag, was that written on the bag or somewhere in relation to the bag?
He writes it on a piece of paper. I don't recall if it was written on the bag.
And it puts it in the bag then? Or is your work available to the public and asked for it?
I would believe it would be, yes.
Do you know if Mr. Foreman here or anyone else associated with him ever asked?
All right, I don't know that.
Okay. Those are all my questions. Thank you very much.
We haven't got examination.
Thank you. So Detective Robinson, you did an investigation at the request of the Adams County Sheriff at that time, correct?
Correct.
And you actually went farther than he asked
Everybody
for.
come on in.
You actually went and did a complete audit of all 66 money bags in evidence.
I wouldn't say that that was part of it. It was part of the
To audit.
That was my idea.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. And out of those 66 exhibits, did you attach to your report
Listen, y'all.
a itemization of them?
Correct.
Okay. And each one you say the amount stated and the amount counted and whether it matched or not?
Correct.
You also indicate if the bag was sealed or not?
I did not indicate that, but they were all sealed when we examined them.
Okay.
Oh.
Just
Oh, okay. So I'm putting, this is a further amount of exhibit 31 of the plaintiff.
All right, I'm back.
And so this would be the spreadsheet that you attached to your report?
yeah, and actually, yeah, that's correct. And it obviously states that there were
That's the
some found
spreadsheet.
what we indicated to be open.
And that would be unsealed?
Yes,
So when it says open on here, it means unsealed.
that's what we put in there. Yeah.
Did you note whether each evidence bag actually had like the number of denominations, like 7 $5 bills, 10 $10 bills? Did
No.
you note that?
No.
Okay. Did you get a chance to observe the packaging that the original money was in that was returned to Mr. Foreman?
I believe so. I don't recall what that looked like, but I believe we had that ability. Yes.
Everybody
So
come on
do you
here and thank
remember
you
if
for
there
the
was
taps,
the bills
everybody.
written on
Thank you
it,
for
so
the
many
50K.
fives, so many tens and such?
I don't.
But if you had noted that, that would be in your report?
Not necessarily.
Why not?
I'm concerned with the total amount, really not, I wasn't concerned by denominations, but I don't recall if that was on the packaging or not.
But you would agree if you put the number of denominations of each series of bill that was in there on the front of the bag, you could determine whether you miscounted or not just by doing multiplication.
I'm not sure. Perhaps, maybe.
You're not sure you can do multiplication, or you're not sure that you can count?
Well, again, I don't know if those
He
denominations were
said you're
listed
not
on
sure
the
you can
bag or
do
not.
multiplication.
I just know what the video clearly shows me.
So you're in time. So let's ask that question. There was 8 hours of body cam footage. How much body cam footage did you watch?
I watched all of the body cam footage, but focused my attention on the money count.
You watched all 8 hours.
I watched, well, I didn't count how long it was, but I reviewed the.
Did you
I had
watch the whole thing, sir?
Entire body cam footage.
Did you
I
watch the
reviewed
whole
body cam
thing?
footage, but I focused my attention on the money count. Now, if it was 8 hours, I couldn't say.
So, but you never put in your report anything about the money being left unattended or anything like that you saw in the body cam?
It wasn't my concern if the money was left unattended, because again, after reviewing the body cam footage and the count, and it was listed as $4,390. That's what was listed on the bag when the homeowner came to collect his money. And I believe to be $4,000 in that bag, and $4,000 was returned.
Okay. So there was a number here in your report. You talk about do you recall what the total amount that was listed on the bag one was? You said it was how much?
I don't know if it was listed on the bag or not. I know that he was writing down in the body cam footage on a piece of paper, and I couldn't tell what the number was, but I could hear what he was writing because he was saying it as he was writing it, 4,390.
Okay. So he wrote $4,390 on a piece of paper with the bills.
Yes.
And that was put in an evidence bag.
To my recollection, yes.
Okay. And so your investigation, it's off by $390.
Yeah,
On that money count.
On the first
count. Item one, yeah.
And then the second count is off by how much?
It was written as $641 or listed as $641. And I believe the money that was returned was $631 when they counted it. So $10.
Okay. But you can't
They need to
determine
get to the
today
point.
what happened.
You
That
put them
$10,
on
no, sir, I
time.
can't.
But you do make an allegation in your report what happened to it, correct?
I indicated in my report that confirming the miscount of monies of $390, it would not be so far to believe that it was a miscount of that money. But again, I couldn't come to any conclusion of what happened to that $10.
So when you said in your report, therefore, due to the history of proven miscount of money with item 1, it would not be so far as to believe a miscount of money occurred in item number 2?
Correct. That's what I wrote.
But you never put anything in here after that that said that you could not determine that, and that was just your guess.
This Afro man's court
Well,
hearing.
I certainly couldn't determine it, but I
The
didn't.
cops are suing him.
That's not written in my report as word for word what you indicated.
Well, if your report's open to the public, shouldn't it be accurate?
It is accurate.
You're saying today, though, that you can't determine, but you said here in your report that you can determine. So explain to me what's accurate about that.
I indicate that it wouldn't be so far to believe that it was a possible miscount of the $10.
But it doesn't go on farther in that same paragraph after that to say that you could not determine.
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. So that's
Okay.
not, this is not accurate to your testimony.
But that's exact. I mean, that's the fact. I cannot determine.
And so that should be in the report.
I believe by reading that, you can believe that it cannot be determined.
That's how you read it.
That's how I read it.
Okay. And you went and interviewed Mr. Foreman.
Oh, it's
Correct.
2 days work.
I didn't interview Mr. Foreman.
Who did you interview in relation to this?
I didn't interview anybody in this situation.
Not even Dee Russo, the evidence technician?
Yeah, she was with us when we did the audit.
So you interviewed her?
It wasn't an interview,
Well, what was it then?
just indicating of what, providing what we needed as far as the audit concern and the money count. And she was with us when the money was being counted.
So not to be mean to Dee, but so she was what, just fetching and carrying the evidence for you?
Well, she's in charge of the evidence property room. And that's how we made contact with her.
But you didn't sit there and ask her what she saw when she counted the money when it was returned to Mr. Foreman?
I didn't ask her that, no.
I'd like you to look at the second to last paragraph. I submitted a subpoena for the raw footage from Channel 19. Why would you submit for the footage of a news agency when you could have interviewed one of the people standing in the room there because she was with you the whole time as the evidence technician?
Well, I thought the raw footage may involve some assistance in while counting money. So that footage was in reference to the money being counted or returned to the homeowner.
So that footage is more important than a witness who stood there, who had power over it, whose duty was the responsibility to watch that.
I think video and audio are just as important,
Everybody loves the red.
just as in this case where it's clear for item number 1 with the miscount of the 390.
Okay. But your audit showed a discrepancy of over 10% of all of
Everybody come on in. So I just get where I'm going to be on. Now I'm gonna say it after I finish it. I'm gonna say it because you gotta watch it these days. But I'm gonna be on a show 2 days for 2 days. But I'm gonna find a way to come online. I'm gonna find a way either I'll go on audio or I'll go on break. So I'm gonna pop in, right?
money and evidence, correct?
I think it was 66 items and 7 discrepancies, largest one being $5. So whatever that percentage is.
So roughly about 10%.
Roughly.
And each one of those was only off by less than $10 either way, correct?
You should lay them.
Yes, less than $10.
I need that extra money.
$5 and less, yes.
So I
So
gotta get some.
even by your
I
own
gotta do my
audit,
video.
the second count, which is off by $10, is actually even an anomaly compared to the other 10% that was miscounted.
I'm not sure what you mean by anomaly, or are you saying it's unusual, or?
No, it's like it's unusual.
So they're spending a lot of time on this money that was miscounted, right? This case is supposed to be about him making these songs about Lickum Lisa, you know, saying her being distraught and pain and suffering because he made these horrible songs about her. But they spending so much time on this money that was missing, right? I almost feel like we want to skip this. Did we want to skip this? Because I'm tired of hearing about this money being. Let's skip this, y'all. Right? Do y'all want to hear about this money missing and reappearing? Or do we want to move on? Right? We want to move on, right? Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Because he's talking about this money. So he talks about the money the whole time. Let's move on to something else. Okay, let's see. They're still talking about the money. Okay, hold on. Let's hold it a little minute. So they still got him up there.
The short paragraph right above the one we just looked at.
Skip a little bit, y'all.
Where you wrote, I would like I would like to note that a news article published by WXIX reporter Ken Baker on August 30th, 2022, a week after the execution of the search warrant, the homeowner reported that investigators removed $4,000 from his home. Why was that?
So this is what the $4,000. This is the tail end of the 4,000. This goes into day 3, y'all. So hang tight. Your faces here. Hang tight, y'all.
With good snacky snacks for kids. Better when it's bonkers.
My son smells too fresh and he's too.
I can't hit 100%.
Come on in, keep tapping. We're still rocking out on the Y, and we still on the Clizzock. Everybody come on in. Thank you for the 50-50K. All right, we're here every day doing hot topics right now. Afro Man is in court because I get H, because I get I, because I get I.
You don't need a POS.
Replace the I with the H. The H in the front.
Tap a card on your phone.
All right, let's get back into it, yo. Let's get back into the tail of this money being missing.
I felt that if this money was collected, I believe, if I recall correctly, from some clothing, an article of clothing, maybe in a pocket or something of that sort, that it would be strange to have 4,390 tucked away like that. It would make more sense if you had $4,000 maybe tucked away. And when I saw this article, I found it of some interest, so I put that in my report.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Just a couple questions. So, Detective Robinson, you found the news article of interest? Is that correct?
Yes.
More interest in interviewing anybody who was there, Brian Newland, Mr. Foreman, or anything?
I didn't find it necessary to interview them.
Okay. So this news article, though, would have occurred before Mr. Foreman got back his money, correct?
All I recall and what I documented is that it was a week after the search warrant execution.
Do you even know when he got back his money?
Not off the top of my head.
So you don't know if he got it back a week or 10 months later? Is that correct?
Well, he didn't get it back a week later.
So when he made that statement, he did not have his money, correct?
I'm sorry.
When he made that statement to the news, he did not have his money back, correct?
I don't know that for sure.
Mr.
But I don't
Robinson.
believe he did.
How about?
It's Mr. Robinson.
Go ahead.
Mr. Robinson, let's cut the crap on this. You said he didn't have back his money a week after the
raid, right?
I don't know when he got the money back. I don't recall the date. I'm assuming that it was a week after the search warrant execution that he did not have his money returned.
So when he made that statement, you would assume he did not know or have his money back from the police department at that time.
Are you saying he didn't know the amount of money, or?
I'm asking you, based on what you just testified to, did he have back his money a week after the raid?
No, I don't believe he did.
Okay.
Did you call Ken Baker?
No, I did not.
No further questions, Ron.
No direct, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so this is gonna go into day 3, y'all. Y'all still hanging? Y'all hanging with Afro Man? Okay, let's move it forward. I think Afro Man's coming back up, yeah.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. As this, you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And that's it.
Afro Man is back, yo.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, would you give us your name, please?
My name is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
You are known under the stage name as Afro Man, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that right? How many states of the United States have you performed in, do you think?
All of them.
All 50?
Yes, sir.
And how many countries have you performed in?
I don't remember, but not all of them, but I've been to a few.
How many live performances did you do last year, roughly?
I don't know, possibly 250. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a lot of days. I don't know exactly.
And you have a residence here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir.
You have been performing for 20 or 30 years, is that right?
Wow.
All my life.
Mississippi.
Fair to say that one of the first big hits you had was But Then I Got High.
Because I got high.
Because I got high. And do you think it's accurate to say that that song has had over 300 million views on YouTube?
Sounds right.
You have a large presence on social media, obviously, correct?
Depends on your definition of large. There's bigger people than me, but I'm all right.
And on Instagram, is it fair to say that you have 247,000 followers?
Yeah, I just got some of them the other day.
You got new ones coming all the time?
Yes, not all the time, just here lately.
Because the trial's coming up?
Yeah, all the publicity from the officer's lawsuit me is running up my numbers.
Yeah.
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 And
yeah,
on YouTube, you have almost 1 million followers, 983,000. Is that right?
I haven't looked. It was 977 last time I looked.
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers.
I haven't looked at it, but that sounds kind of right.
You know when you post something that a lot of people are going to see.
Okay, I feel like we've seen this before, right? We've seen this. So we're going to go to day 3, y'all.
When this search happened back in August of 2022, Mr. Foreman, you weren't at home?
No.
You were driving home from Chicago?
Yes.
And you got an alert from a family member that the sheriffs were there searching your home. Is that right?
Yes.
And you were able to turn on your phone and watch
maybe
through your
not.
home
Maybe
security
not.
system
Oh, yeah,
what the deputies were doing for a period of time, weren't you?
Yes.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this
Okay,
week?
we've
because
seen
you
this
weren't happy?
before, right?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first
So we've
place. The
seen this
whole
before.
raid.
So we're not gonna go. Okay, so let's go to day 3. Hold on. So we on day 3, y'all. I got day 3 here. So we've seen that before. That's like a repeat. So we don't want to repeat because we already seen that. So let's go to day 3 because we need to get to. Here we go. Here go day 3. Okay, let's get to day 3, y'all. We rocking. Y'all rocking with me? Y'all rocking?
They do.
All right, day 3, y'all.
You've worked with kids for how long?
30 years.
Hold on.
Got into the mind of kids pretty well.
Yes.
When they would play Mr. Foreman's song Lemon Pound Cake, did they take that as a literal fact from your observations?
No.
They didn't say who she is, but I guess we'll find out.
Absolutely.
Are you familiar with the song WAP?
I think I've heard
Sorry,
it.
no, strike that. I'm
Yeah.
No.
Is that a rap song? Has your students played it in class?
Once, then I no.
Hold on,
So
y'all.
they didn't think that that was depicting anything in real life?
No.
So you didn't have to teach them that that wasn't real?
Hold on, y'all. Gotta find
It's not correct.
No. I guess that's the way I feel.
Maybe not an opinion you like, but
Yeah.
She was playing that for her. Wait, did they say that she was playing that for her students? Y'all playing that for her students. So it's right. Hold on, let me set up the. So everybody that's okay, he made that song. Because I get I, replace the I with the H in the front because we can't say it on here, right? So they raided his house by mistake, and he didn't get arrested for nothing because they made a mistake. They raided the house wrongfully, right? So he decided he was going to make a song about the officer who was heading up the investigation, and it's called Lick 'em Low Lisa. So Lick 'em Low Lisa got offended. Now she got him in court, and she's suing him for making that song about her. And I think some other cops are suing him. So they're in the court, and it's a long, drawn out case. But it's funny, he got on his American flag suit. So now they're interviewing some lady. I don't know. We'll see who she is. Let's listen.
so Ms. Grooms, has Mr. Foreman's posts about Sean or any of the general posts about the Adams County Sheriff's Department as a whole affected your life any at all?
No.
To Sean?
If it had any effect, I guess that would be the time it would have an effect.
But as his spouse, you would have expected it.
Yes.
And I don't want you to go into too many detail, but is it fair to say that Mr. Foreman, the posts about the thing with your relationship between you and Sean and why it came to an end?
No, it did not.
So the posts never affected your life, never affected your marriage?
No.
Okay. So any statement to the contrary would be false?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you.
What a name for a song. What a name for a song.
Morning, Ms. Rose.
Good morning.
I'm sorry you have to be here.
I am too.
Thanks for coming. Where to start? You never sought a protective order against your ex-husband, did you?
Yes, I did when we divorced. The divorce, yes. I had a restraining order.
Did you got a restraining
Yes,
order?
I did.
Were you aware of the posts that were coming out after 2022 about the sheriff's deputies and calling them thieves?
And I would say, yeah, that was him, and turn around and walk
So
away.
he must be one of the wives of the officers.
And they didn't either.
Why didn't you elaborate on it?
Because I didn't think it
So
was.
not only did he do a song about the officers who raidified his house wrongfully, he put all the officers in the video. So he used footage from the raid to make the video and put the officers' footage from that raid in the video. And that's another reason why they're getting at him. So he unlawfully used that footage.
It's a student's business.
Okay. So
Yep.
they had seen your husband in videos?
Yes.
And did you tell your husband about that?
About?
That your kids had mentioned it?
No, it was just a mention and that was it.
Okay. But did you ever, you saw the posts yourselves or videos yourself, or did you just hear about it from kids?
I saw part of it and then I heard about it.
Okay. And did anyone else in the community ever say anything to you about these videos or posts?
No.
Just your kids?
It's my students in the
Students. Okay. The song that Mr. Osborne asked you about, does that song refer to a specific identifiable person?
I don't think so.
They should be, right? They should be flattered. They
Those are
should
all my
be
questions.
flattered,
Thank you, ma'am.
right?
Rhonda, Mr. Klingler asked you about your students. Your students saw the posts?
Yes.
And they articulated to you?
Yeah. Just say, hey, I saw your husband in this video.
Students can, would it be a fair statement to say children can be mean?
Absolutely.
You've seen instances of them being cruel?
Absolutely.
Are they cruel to both other students and teachers?
Yes.
I don't like bringing up sensitive subjects, but has any of your students ever been cruel to you in the past?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Would it be fair to say they've said some pretty mean things?
Yes.
You see, I'm trying not to ask you what they are, but are they shocking names?
Coming from my students, I mean, in all honesty, it's, you know, when they're mad at me because they didn't receive an A, yeah, they get mad.
And they lash out.
Yes.
But they're not calling names a fact or anything.
No, no.
And they've seen these posts.
Yes.
Did your students treat you any differently?
No.
So could you point to any instance where a student treated you differently due to the posts?
No.
I'm going to ask this question. You're sorry to be here. Why are you?
Because from my recollection, my ex-husband had said that this was part of the reason we got divorced.
Uh-oh.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Why did he get divorced? Because he was in the video? Why?
Osborne, am I right to understand?
She got to tell that part. I want to know.
Lay witness, not an expert, right?
She's a lay witness to testify to what she would have experienced.
Right. And the only reason I did that is to explain to the jury that people sometimes have training experience and can make opinions as experts. Doctor comes in a medical malpractice case, they're an expert. This is a lay person, the same as any other. Some of the questions spoke generally about society and public perception, which would seem like more of an expert opinion, when in fact, as a lay witness, she can only testify about what she experienced herself. So you have to understand the scope. She's just what happened to her, lay average person, not educated expert. Thanks for being here. You can make an excuse.
Your Honor, I'd ask for a short 10-minute break so I can talk with Mr. Foreman. On the ruling, the Rule 50 to judge witnesses makes correction as I different rulings due to the evidence, so I'm going to need to shift for that. I'd like 10 minutes to consult with my clients to strategize.
Comments?
No, I have no objection to that, Judge.
Okay, so they're taking it in trial. We thugging it out, y'all. We thugging it out. I want them to get to Lickum Lisa up there, boo-hooing.
I see how we could hopefully.
Yeah, well, I appreciate what you're saying. Take a break, go back to the jury room, stay there if you would please. Short break will be helpful.
All right, so we're gonna skip forward, you know, because they're taking a little break. We're gonna skip forward. Hold on, we sticking it out. We sticking it out. Hold on, we sticking it out. Okay, so they on the break. Let's move it forward. Okay, they're back. 10-minute break. Okay, let's listen.
Got a pile of clothes you never wear anymore?
Right,
Turn them into cash with Vinted.
Get a little merch.
Snap a photo, that's your item. Easy.
Okay, everybody
All
on
you earn.
right now.
In your home, more money
As
in
we
your
speak,
pocket. With
this is
millions of
happening in
users
real
low
time.
cost for your buyers, it's easy to start
So
selling.
this is day 3.
Upload your photo and record your
All right, y'all. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
No rebuttal, Judge, no further witnesses.
Okay, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving forward to the point where you get the case handed to you. What comes next is closing arguments.
Oh, they on the
and
closing
discussion of
arguments.
law. So closing arguments are meant to be the opportunity for the lawyers to tell you what they think the evidence means. If you want to take notes, do so, but like draw a line on your paper and say argument, not fact. I got how you keep notes, but I have to keep them organized.
Closing arguments, yo.
It's the same thing here.
I know. I'm trying to stick it out. I don't want to cut it off. I know the numbers are dropping, but it's people that is watching, right? We want to see what happened at the end.
The plaintiff also, because of that burden of proof, gets a privilege. So they get not only the first word, but they get the last word. So Mr. Klinger will start, Mr. Osborne will go second, and then Mr.
Thank
Klinger
you so
will
much.
give the
Hey,
last
thank you
word.
for the share.
Not because of favoritism or anything else, but because of the burden of proof.
Thank you.
At that particular point in time, we'll give you jury instructions. And I'm going to take a break after their arguments because I need to make a few copies for the lawyers to read while I read.
Yeah, I want to see the
Give
end
the
of it.
instructions
So.
to you in writing. But I always like it when they can read over my shoulder, because sometimes I put two words in different order and it changes the meaning. So then we have like three people reading to make sure it comes out to you right. So we'll hear their closing arguments, take a short break, you'll get the instructions, and then we'll turn you loose. Go ahead, Mr. Klingman.
Your Honor, if I may, procedurally, I'd like to renew my motion for the record.
Thank you. Very appropriate. With regard to the false light claims, the court overrules the motion. Outside the presence of the jury, I can give you a little bit more of the why. But when I give deference to the evidence, which is strict favor, especially with regard to highly offensive and reasonable juror, reasonable public perception, like those clearly become fact issues to weigh, which I shouldn't do. So as a matter of law, I couldn't dismiss the claims. There's at least enough evidence when I construe the plaintiff's evidence in their favor.
Everybody that's just joining us, this is Afro Man's case in real time. We're waiting to see what the closing arguments and the verdict is and see if he's going to have to pay out this money to the cops where he made allegedly, and everything's all alleged in Miss Knockouts Live. You know, he made a song about them and they felt like he used footage from the unlawful arrest that he wasn't supposed to use from the body cam inside the video, and we're going to see what the outcome is. So let's stick it out, people.
It passed the Rule 50 motion. You are spot on to remind me to do that.
Your Honor, there's also another matter we probably should get a sidebar before we get into the law.
Okay. I'd like to clean the case up.
Right, they're having a little sidebar, so they'll be right back. Everybody come on in. Thank you for tapping. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in on the other platforms on the Miss Knockout Show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Come on in. They're having a little sidebar. All right, should we skip? Should we skip this? Look at Afro Man. Look at Afro Man there with the American flag suit. Afro Man. Okay, hold on. Let's see. We skip it. Skipation. We ain't got no time for fluff. Okay, they're still having a little sidebar. That's all the cops that was used in the video. Okay, there go Lick 'em Lisa. There goes Lick 'em Lisa. Okay, let's see. We're waiting for the sound to come back in. So they're having a sidebar with the two lawyers right there. All right, let's skip this, y'all. I know y'all can't see it on the Y, but. All right, there goes Afro Man. They're zooming in on that suit. Okay, there he is. Maybe he's talking again.
Go take a coffee break. Just stay back there. Instead of me doing
another
it the other way.
Coffee break. Another break?
Break now for the
Sir, how many breaks you going to take?
It's not to this now.
The bailiff doesn't like irritable jurors, so you should go slow. Do you like your? Okay, that's all. Yeah, go take a break.
I'm tell you how to make it. Yes, I think it was like exactly, yeah, what you're supposed to.
All right, so they're taking another break. Then y'all. Okay, hold on, y'all. We're taking another break. Let's get this break. because we ain't got time to sit through no breaks because we got more hot topics to talk about today. But we do want to finish this case. All right, hold on, y'all. We're just skipping the break. Hold on, y'all. It's a long little break, y'all. Oh, wow. This must be a lunch break. This must be a lunch break, y'all. All right, hold on. It shouldn't be much more. Hold on. Anybody going in? We watching Afros. Oh. All right. All right, y'all. Come on in. We proud. Hold on, y'all.
In the instruction. So I don't explain it to him. I'm just saying to the record, I took prior judicial laws and case findings and slotted it in where necessary. That's what we do. Right?
Your Honor, I had no.
Do your motion for Rule 50.
Yes.
This case, because he don't got the money like that. He got to take. He got to roll his dice to see if he's gonna win it.
For the sake of the record, we had a telephone with the directors. We discussed what would happen with that. Mr. Klingler said he would evaluate it. We are now about ready to do close. No evidence has been presented against him. Mr. Klingler has not my client, which is very strange. Why, when he has a deal, he might make a motive such. We would ask that the record be cleaned up in that issue. Yeah. I'm going to clean up the record, and we are going to dismiss that party from the case.
Yeah, access the program.
Yes. We've registered an objection to him not doing a directed verdict, or sorry, doing a default verdict on that, and therefore increasing damages upon my client if they should be found.
No, if he gets to own his own claim. So I just have to follow his lead, but I get what you're saying.
I can argue for mitigation of attorney fees and stuff that he has done.
Oh, yes, that.
Damn, attorney fees. Afro man, you're gonna have to pay their attorney fees. Oh no.
Off the record, please. We're gonna do it this trailer.
Off the record again. Damn, they off the record again. We gotta skip again. Who is it? Okay, they're in there laughing because they know they're about to get some money from Afro Man. That's why they're in there laughing. Afro Man ain't laughing.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. Actually, it was about 45 minutes, so I didn't gauge my time very well, but thank you for your patience. We are moving ahead, as you know, so most people don't growl about that, but I try to at least respect your time and tell you what we're doing. We made it through like the corrections to the jury instructions. Like I've been trying to educate you all the way through. The jury instructions are the textbook at the end. So the lawyers had a chance to drill those down, As I said before, closing arguments are the attorney's argument about what they think the evidence means and how you should do whatever it is they think you should do. So they go first, Mr. Klingler, then Mr. Osborne, then Mr. Klingler. There's like a total of 35 minutes. So I'm going to think 20, 35, 15. But Mr. Klingler can kind of manipulate his time depending on how he wants to do it. So in an hour, you'll be talking to me for about 30 minutes of instructions before you start your deliberations. That's what's ahead of you. If you take notes, just write down argument, not evidence. Go ahead, Mr. Klingler.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's not moving, Zoe.
When this trial started, I told you it was about intentional lies that are designed to hurt people. It's not about freedom of speech. It's about defamation. It's about false light defamation, intentional lies designed to hurt.
Who are we talking about? Afro Man?
You've heard all the evidence. You've seen the witnesses. I'm not going to go over it. But I will say a few things to underscore what I think is most important for you to keep in mind as this case is turned over
Kimberly is here. Hey, Kim.
From me, from the plaintiffs.
What's up, Kim?
To you.
Kim, you remember the guy who made, because I got AI,
Mr.
because
Foreman,
I get I, I'm replacing the, you know, you can't put the H on it because, you know,
intentionally, repeatedly, over 3.5 years on the internet about these 7 brave deputy sheriffs who've lived in this county for years.
Brave deputy sheriffs who raided the wrong house.
For this county for years, done their job.
Who raided the wrong house.
For many, many years. Mr. Foreman did it intentionally. Mr. Foreman knew that what he posted on the internet were lies. He knew there was no theft.
Thank you so much, Kim.
He knew there was no sex with Randy Walters' wife. And he certainly knew
Afro Man, you was lying on
all
these
of the stuff he's repeatedly posted.
It's
about
almost your
Lisa
birthday.
Phillips
Happy birthday, Kim.
up until Friday and probably later were lies too. What are we going to do about that? Mr. Foreman told you from the witness stand, there's nothing we can do to stop him because he has freedom of speech to lie about people intentionally.
Afro Man, you in trouble, Afro Man.
During jury selection, we talked about that. And you all agreed that it's not okay to tell an intentional lie about someone that hurts them. We all agreed.
I feel it coming.
The judge is going to tell you that in the law that he gives you. So Mr. Foreman is legally wrong when he says he has free speech to tell harmful lies about people and get away with it.
That's what he said. He didn't say that, sir. He didn't say that. So you put words in his mouth.
You also told me in jury selection that even if somebody does something to you that hurts you, that you think is wrong, like a search warrant execution that you think was unfair, even if somebody does that to you, you told me, we all agreed, that that doesn't justify telling intentional lies designed to hurt people.
Hey, Smokey.
That's what you think. That's what the community thinks. That's what decent people
Happy
think.
early birthday to Kim.
But Mr. Foreman thinks it's okay to do what he's done over 3.5 years because they executed a search warrant that broke down his door and disconnected his cameras. You heard from the witness stand from Mr. Foreman the callous indifference that he showed to what he's done, the harm he's done. It's imprinted in your minds, I'm sure, like it is in mine. The tears, the agony from some of these witnesses, don't forget that when you're back in the jury room. That's what this case is about.
Oh, it's a jury there. Uh-oh, Afro Man, they got a jury? They're going to get some money. Watch. Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
You are here because you agreed to be here. You showed up on the first day. Not everybody does. A lot of people don't respond to their summons. You did.
We surely don't, because I ain't sitting in no jury for what? With a low house price?
Do you want to be on this jury? And you all said, yes, I agreed to be on this jury.
I say no, because I need to go make some real money.
You're all here now in this
Afro
place,
Man.
in this courtroom,
Afro Man.
for a reason. And I believe there's a power higher than us that brought you here today to do this job, and that you are the chosen people.
Who's
to
the
do
power
it.
higher?
Nobody else
You talking about
is going to
God?
do it. There's not going to be another trial. There's not going to be a second chance. This is the day to decide
This is it.
whether Mr. Foreman gets away with what he's done and whether these plaintiffs deserve something to make up for what they've been through, and whether the community is told that what he did is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay.
We talked about different kinds of damages.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Afro Man, they're going to
There's
get
not
you.
going to be economic damages in this case. There's no doctor bills. There's no damaged property.
There's no doctor bills.
There's
Then you ain't got
damage
no
to
case, sir.
reputation. There's pain and suffering. There's public humiliation. There's everything you saw and heard from the.
When there's no doctor bills in the case, then the numbers go down. Right? Now, if y'all was on the jury before we continue going, would you find Afro Man guilty or not guilty? Put a show in the comments. Is Afro Man guilty of what these people said, pain and suffering and all of that? Or is he not guilty, or is he guilty? Which one is he, yo? What y'all say?
From the
Kim said not guilty. Yeah, I say not guilty too. What?
The only thing
You just made a song
you
about
can do
your behinds. Get
as
over
a
it.
jury
50-50.
to decide this case.
Well, hold on.
To render a
He did use the body cam footage unlawfully in the video. So he did include the officers that was in the body cam footage. He did put them in the video. And we know when you're doing a video, you can't just use people without their permission, right? What's up, Mima? So not guilty. Okay, Rizzy said not guilty. Everybody saying not guilty. We don't want Afro Man to be guilty. You got to pay out all that money.
That somehow stands in, somehow represents the harm that these deputy sheriffs have been.
Afro Man, you're going to have to get out there and sell some more songs. All right, y'all. Everybody come on in. We got a couple of commercials coming on. Afro Man, you're going to have to get on out there on the track and sell some more songs because, honey, they get ready. I got the feeling. My spidey senses is telling me that they can ready stick it to you, Afro Man. And you're gonna have to take off that flag American suit and you're gonna have to put on the money suit. Okay, you're gonna be going around talking about I ain't got it. You're gonna have to get out there for real. Do something. You're gonna have to go on a tour. That footage was from his home surveillance. Yeah. Oh, from his home surveillance. So if the footage was from his home surveillance, then he should be able to use. Well, I thought it was from the body cam. See? If the footage was from his home surveillance, then he should be allowed to use it. That's his property. Y'all are on his. Well, y'all are on his property.
That says stop. You can't issue an order that says, say you're sorry. All you can do
He said it's too late for
is
sorry.
issue a verdict for an amount that fairly
I don't think the jury ain't going to get him.
What they've been through, what they've lost.
You know why? Because they get
No one else is going to do it. The judge isn't going to do it.
The jury said because we
Board
were
of Appeals isn't going to do it.
tax
your job.
fight for body cam footage
And you're
is
the
public
people
when it's released. See?
Meant to do
See?
it.
Look what B. Jones said. Look what B. Jones said. Uh-huh. See, they're lucky I ain't on that jury. I will find them not guilty because I'll be biased.
Now, I told you in jury selection, if we got to this point, I'd try to give you some ideas about how to evaluate what kind of verdict might make sense in this case. I told you then, and I'll tell you now, there's no formula. There's no easy answer, but there is an answer. And it's the answer that you folks decide among yourselves fairly represents the injuries that these deputies have suffered. And I'll start by posing this question. Do you think that if there had been an advertisement in some newspaper that said, we will give you $2 million
$2 million
if you are willing to go through what Lisa Phillips has been through for the last 3.5 years?
Lick on Lisa.
Would you take that deal? Do you think she would have taken that deal? Yeah, $2 million, that's maybe I'll go through that.
Yeah.
Of course not. Do you think Randy Walters, do you think Brian Newland, do you think any of these deputies would have accepted some amount of money in order to go through, in exchange for going through what they've been through?
What they've been through? They just heard a song about them. What's the problem?
I don't think so. And I think nothing is worth going through what they threw. And of course, he says he's not going to stop. He says nothing can stop it.
Nothing could stop him. Who is he? Mr.
Maybe
T now?
something can stop him if you tell him through your verdict that he needs to stop.
Oh, no. No, sir. No.
I'm going to tell you what I believe is a fair verdict for these plaintiffs.
What you believe is a fair verdict?
And it's up to you, of course, again, to make the decision. But I would ask you, I'm going to ask you, and there's a verdict form, which, excuse me 1 minute.
How much money they think they're going to get out of Afro Man?
Folks, I'm going to show you these forms that you're going to be filling out, just so you're familiar with them. This is just an example. You're going to have a different form for each of these plaintiffs. Okay, this one happens to be a verdict form for Lisa Phillips.
That's Lick 'em Low Lisa.
And I
That's
believe
the song he
the
made about
evidence
her. Lick 'em
is
Low.
overwhelming that you'll find in favor of Lisa Phillips. This happens to be her false light claim. There's a separate claim for defamation, a separate form for defamation, and you'll see the jury instructions. Judge Hine has already talked some about that with you. So this is just an example of the verdict form that I'm going to ask you all to sign in favor of Lisa Phillips and all of the detectives.
I'm going to tell them to sign in favor.
On their false
They
light.
got to decide, sir. You just don't tell them that,
Now,
oh, you're in favor. He's very pushy, this guy.
there's another
Very pushy.
form called an interrogatory. And I'm just showing you Lisa Phillips' form. As follows. And then it gives a little description of the kind of damages. And there's a line for your decision. And there's signature lines for each of you to sign.
So he giving them the instructions on how to
Lisa
fill the
Phillips.
verdict form.
Every form.
The song.
For Lisa Phillips,
Look
folks,
'em low,
I'm
Lisa.
asking you to put $1.5 million in that verdict form.
Wow.
$1.5
Do y'all think he
million
gonna put that?
for Lisa Phillips.
Look at y'all.
From what
Yeah.
she's been through.
He made a song called
For 3.5
Lick 'em Low
years.
Lisa. A million.
Maybe going through for who knows how long.
Afro Man.
For bribe $1 million
Oh, Afro Man.
for what he's been through with his family,
Oh,
the
it's
loss of his dream job
Oh, it's
here in
multiple.
Adams
Wait
County.
a hot skippily doggy dog minute.
For
There's multiple of them. So each of them, he's asking for $1 million for each of them. Afro Man, he got this kind of money. He look like he don't even have an EBT card, sir. Afro Man look like he is struggling. Okay, he got on the American flag suit from Timo. He said he made all but $10,000 on the internet for whatever he's doing going viral. Like, sir, you putting down $1 million per person? I thought it was just licking low, Lisa. You mean to tell me it's all of them? Oh my
Randy
gosh.
Walters,
500.
I'm asking you for a verdict of $1 million for what he's been through with the allegations and vile videos about his wife.
Look him low, Lisa.
For the other four,
Right. The Afro's free of charge.
Sean Grooms, Sean Cooley, Justin Cooley, and Mike Estep. I'm asking you for a total for all four of them of $400,000 divided among them however you see fit.
Where they getting all this money? Afro Man don't.
Their testimony.
Afro Man don't got that kind of money for you. He don't got it. They're gonna be spending the 24 lifetimes trying to get this money from Afro.
You, of course, can award less. You can issue a verdict for more. That's what I'm asking you
Lord
to
have
say a
mercy.
new verdict form based on this testimony. Now, let me close my remarks by
What are you going to say?
looking at the future. If there's a verdict for the plaintiffs and you award the plaintiffs a fair amount of money, what happens?
Y'all ain't going to get it. That's what happens.
The plaintiffs are vindicated. The court of public opinion out there, the press, which I know you have.
Thing. So if he gets if Afro Man gets a judgment on him, right? Everything that he makes is going to go to them. That's the messed up thing about this. So every money that he could appeal it, right? But they're going to put a judgment on him. And every time he gets a check, it's going to go to them unless he work under the table. He might have to do the opposite of because I was I, he might have to get other people I to survive.
I've been looking at
under the table.
They don't know the facts. You know the facts.
Afro Man.
And the verdict for the plaintiff will say
under the table.
They were wrong. He was wrong. A verdict for the plaintiffs will make up in some way
going to do it
for what they've been through.
They're not going to do it.
A verdict for the plaintiffs will say that we don't condone, we don't approve. You can't get away with what Mr. Foreman's done. Not in this community, not in this country. That's not freedom of speech where we live. That's what a verdict for the plaintiffs will say. Let's look at another possible.
They said the war is escalating, y'all. We didn't even get a chance to cover the war. We're here worried about what Afro Man is doing.
If there were to be a verdict,
we ain't here worried about Afro Man and the Mr. T is just going off on
amount of money attached to it. In that case, in that world, in that future, the world is told what he did is okay. What they went through is no big deal.
They didn't go through nothing, sir.
We don't really care. We think it's fine. That's what a verdict for the defendant or a small verdict would say. They would go home subject to even more ridicule. Well, you took him on and you lost. See, what he did was fine. I don't have to tell you, you know, that's not the message we want to send. It's not the message you want to send. These folks called me 3 years ago now and asked, what can we do to stop this? They've suffered through the publicity. They could have stopped this case at any time if they would have kowtowed to the pressure, public humiliation that Mr. Foreman continued to put them through, but they didn't. They bravely stood behind their case and their right not to be drugged through the mud with lies in the media. They've done all they can. And now I am giving their case and this decision to you. It's out of my hands. You have to decide what to say to Mr. Foreman and what to say to the community.
I'm ready to look up
About
how
what
much
he's done
money he had to give up.
and the effect that
Because
it's
they
had
take it too long.
on these folks. I have full confidence. I fully trust you to make the right decision, to make a fair decision that's fair for each one of these plaintiffs and that tells the community what you really think about this case. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Was that a good closing argument? I don't feel like I'm convinced if I'm the juror. I don't feel like I'm convinced. I'm not giving you $1 million for that. No. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
So that's Afro Man's lawyer.
This has been a long 3 days.
Well, hold on. Let's
That
get
took a
to
second
Afro
for me to
Man's
even
lawyer.
count the number. It's been so long. A lot's happened. You
Hold on.
do is stated, and I'm proud that you guys are here and also about music. Not all music is tasteful. Not everybody likes all music. There's some songs I hate. I think we can find plenty of people that find songs they do not like.
Especially when it's about
But
them.
Mr. Foreman, Joe is a rapper and comedian.
A rapper and
What he's done
comedian.
his whole life is rap, make songs. We got to think of what rap is, because
What is
music
rap,
does not
sir?
exist in a vacuum. Music evolves over time. Take a look at jazz. It's evolved. At one time, it was distinct in a certain subculture, and it has now expanded. Rap is the same. Rap started out as a means for people to express social commentary, opinions through entertainment. Look at the song by NWA.
Uh-oh. What?
What are they called? Fuck the Police?
Oh.
I think I said that right. It's a social commentary
Oh.
on what was going on in their lives, their personal effect, the personal things happening to them,
No, he did not.
combined with entertainment, which unfortunately is exaggeration.
What you know about that, sir?
Nothing in fact in that song.
He has an Afro
Commentary on
beard.
society.
Afro
And so
Man's
when you look
lawyer
at
got an
rap, you see that over and over again.
Hmm.
I had my secretary print me a couple songs, the rap songs, while I was pouring a cup of coffee. And the first one was Carly B, WAP. I find it bad to say what WAP means, but it's a popular song. I think it's somewhat derogatory, but then again, I'm not the audience for that song, and I know that. I know nothing in that song. Nothing talking about is true. I know it's entertainment. I know it's social commentary.
What if WAP got to do with
Ms.
this?
Grooms testified even her students knew that at a young age. The same thing I knew when I was watching Johnny Carson, The Late Night Show, and SNL, Saturday Night Live, with my grandfather when I was a kid. That's all entertainment. They make fun of everybody for entertainment. And some of it is a social commentary. But it is not fact.
Well, what are you getting at?
And everybody knows that. Nobody looks at Lil Wayne's song Pussy Monster and says there's a monster in that song. Everybody knows it's exaggeration for entertainment. Is he commenting on something? Sure.
Why are you using all the vocal solos?
And I can keep going. Megan Thee Stallion with Sex Talk.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it just goes on.
Just go.
They
Well,
used to
sir,
rap
don't
before
go on with it,
designed
please.
to entertain. Drew Hastings, former mayor of Hillsborough, was a comedian. I got to go to one of his stand-ups. Some of it was funny, some of it wasn't. Some of his jokes, like those of Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor,
Don't
some of
bring
them are
Eddie
not
Murphy in
tasteful,
this.
but they're still jokes. They're not facts. And we know that. That's what a reasonable person listening to that would understand. And that's the point. This is not a vacuum. We don't live in a vacuum. Let's face it, if we lived in a vacuum, we'd all be dead because we couldn't breathe.
Uh-oh.
So we live in a world full of everything, where we see things. We watch SNL.
Kalila, Jay,
We
we
know
still
it's
here,
entertainment.
Kalila.
We know it's going to pick on
We
people.
try to see how much Afro
We
Man
understand
gonna
that
pay.
they're picking on public officials. They picked on Joe. They pick on Donald Trump all the time, Sleepy Joe. I mean, go
Sleepy
down the list,
Joe.
even Teflon Ron.
Leave Sleepy Joe alone.
So as you go back, nobody thinks that's fact. Nobody's going to take it that way. When they
Hello,
post their
hey,
clips
Joseph.
on YouTube, when they post their clips on
Hey.
Facebook, people don't look at it and go, that's the truth. No, they understand it's comedy. They understand they're going to talk about
Some
it
people
going
don't
forward.
understand his comedy.
And if you look at his posts, you
About to
see
see what this
little
jury gonna
signs of that
understand.
too. Iteration. Things that you see in a song. I mean, because after all,
What's up, Mia?
you know, a song's catchy, right? It has beat, song, you know, words rhyme. You know, she thinks my tractor's sexy and, you know, sticks with you. When we listen to Lemon Pound Cake, you heard the iteration. You heard how it came together as entertainment. So we don't exist in a vacuum, and a reasonable person doesn't exist in a vacuum. As the judge said, you are a reasonable people. You get to decide what's reasonable, which means you get to use your experience. You get to use your understanding of what those are, of your understanding of Joe, of your understanding of rap music, music in general. I'm not going to sit here and say that these 7 people were happy about what happened to them. I'm not going to say that.
Well, they surely wanted. That's why y'all are in court.
But what I am
Thank you,
saying,
Lila.
they are public officials.
Thank you.
We see it on the news all the time.
Thank
Public
you so
officials
much,
make fun
Lila.
of. Let's go back to voir dire. During my voir dire, we talked about, with the one juror that's gone, we talked about that, yes, I ran for public office. She agreed. I put myself out as a public official. She agreed that it was an opinion when someone called me a baby killer.
Oh.
This is on the stand. I asked that question. They said a crooked defense attorney is not a vine. It's a matter of opinion. Crooked cops, dirty defense attorneys. Oh, wait, one witness did want to say I might not have taken a shower. But those are all opinions, exaggerations, not statements of fact. And we know that. And that's why public officials are held to a higher standard, because that standard is what is expected of them at subjecting themselves to public scrutiny. They all testify that people have criticized their work.
Thank you,
I mean,
Aileen.
after all,
Hey, what's up, Aileen?
we
Thank
look at
you.
the search. There is, even Mr. Newland admitted it wasn't perfect. I think we can see from how the money was handled, the investigation. I would have liked to have seen a more thorough job myself. I mean, we have a chain of custody, the money that just leaves it laying there. Mr. Newland didn't know that. We have an unsealed evidence bag. We have 10% of all evidence, money evidence in the Adams County evidence locker miscounted. And then keep in mind that miscount on those is less than what is alleged to miss here. We got people saying we had a miscount, yet they can't even bother to notify the court in an official document that they made a mistake. Just let it ride. As far as the public record knows, which they never corrected, Mr. Foreman never got back all of his money. They want to talk about an investigation, but they can't even put in a single piece of paper to correct his mistake. I don't know if I call that lazy or what, but I think it goes to what you consider a fact. Because what is a fact? We can't always know what a fact is. Fact is something you can disprove, right? But can we truly disprove that? Looking at all the evidence, there is questions. If there's questions, it's not a fact. Now, people will form opinions based on that. I formed an opinion. I imagine everybody here's formed an opinion. We know that they formed an opinion because they didn't like being called a thief. So that was their opinion. But people are allowed to have opinions. People are allowed to express them. What people are expressing when they call them thief is not a literal statement. It is not a fact. It is a social commentary on the fact that they didn't do things correctly. And they can't even articulate how they could fix it. That is a social commentary if I ever heard one. They don't like it? That's not their choice to like it. They're public officials. They're going to be held to higher standard. Their work's going to be criticized. I mean, that's just what happens when you're a public official. No reasonable person would expect a police officer not to be criticized. They've all been called names before. Has it affected them personally? Yes. Miss Grooms testified it made no difference in her life. Her kids didn't take it seriously. And she's taught for damn near 30 years. But they seem to take it seriously. And I come back to Mr. Grooms. He's worried about going out on a call and being shot. Now, maybe I'm old-fashioned. But if I'm going out on a call, I'm worried about getting shot. I'm going to call my wife and tell her to be safe. Not sit here and go, I'm worried about me.
You're trying to wake
That's not what
everybody
you do.
up.
You take care of your family. Mr. Walters wanted to point that out. That just goes to show us he didn't take it seriously. Now, I'm not going to say they're not afraid. Anytime they go on a call, the highway patrol will tell you scariest thing's a traffic stop. You know nothing about the person. You're there by yourself, and things can change in an instant. Is that scary? Oh, yeah. I'd be scared.
What's scary is trying to pay $1 million debt. That's
If you're
what's
truly
scary to
scared, you
me.
take the steps for it. You start having your family do stuff. You start doing that. If you believe what you're saying, you take the steps towards it. You didn't take the steps. No one else talked about how they took the steps either, did they? And why does that matter? Because a reasonable person is going to look at that. After all, let's go back to me not taking a shower. How would you know I didn't take a shower? Hair clumpy, probably matted, probably got dirt all over me.
Who? You?
That's how you would see. That's how you would prove if that's an opinion or fact. Now, even then, you might say Dave just fell in the mud. But no reasonable person would take it in a vacuum. And I want you to think about everything in context. What rap is music, how it's entertainment, how the language works on it, how jokes are made. I want you to think back to it because that colors how you see it. I love picking on Joe. He's a good sport for it.
Afro man. Hey.
Look at that suit.
What's up, Marcus?
Does this look like a man who thinks that everybody's going to assume that everything he's saying is fact? I mean, he's like a comedian. He exaggerates for the sake of entertainment.
Well, everybody don't know that, sir.
He is. I'm not going to say it's tasteful to everyone, but some people do find it entertaining. I asked an important question about them. I said, do you believe everything in the newspaper? No. Do you believe everything you read on the internet? No. We all know that to be true. A reasonable person knows that. People can post opinions, social commentary, and hurtful things all over the internet. And it is just to be expected. That's why we are supposed to use our own filter, use our common sense, use our experiences in life. So while hurtful, it was not fact. It was music, entertainment, stuff that no reasonable person would understand, especially not a public official, because we see it on TV all the time. We see it on the internet. We see it on Facebook.
Well, we don't see it in the
Sometimes people want
courtroom,
to turn
sir.
off Facebook because there's so much political commentary and stuff. But that's expected. Do I expect everything I read is fact? I don't even think most of it's fact. I think it's everybody's opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and it stinks.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean they can't.
I'm
That
saying
doesn't
the
mean they
a-hole
can't express them. That
stinks.
doesn't mean they can't make songs.
He said everybody got an a-hole and it stinks.
Truth is a defense. That's why we talk about the theft. That's why we showed all that. Because I wanted you to see how the money was handled. There's a lot of confusion around it. And for that reason, I wanted you to see how the money was handled. Because I wanted you to see how the money was handled. And for that reason, I wanted you to see how the money was handled. And for that reason,
Everybody got an a-hole.
Before I get to another point, I want to address something that's bouncing around my head. Bob says, what does this message send if you?
So I just found this app called Bank Cash Advance. I got $200
Another
cash advance
commercial.
back.
We're coming to the end of it. We're going to see what the verdict is. We're going to see what the verdict is.
100% of my shots.
I believe they're going to decide the verdict today. Afro Man, you got yourself in a pickle. I don't know. I got a feeling like they're gonna get him for something. And I got a feeling that he's gonna be in that predicament of you gonna owe people money, and for what? Because you wanted to make a record about something.
Creators are growing faster, ranking
You know what I'm
higher,
saying?
and earning more with vidIQ.
So let's see.
vidIQ is your ultimate toolbox for creators.
I'm gonna look at. I want to look at the verdict. Wait, what?
Instantly discover which keywords will take your videos to the top of
I ain't gonna tell you though. I'm gonna leave y'all in suspense.
Let vidIQ's AI generate titles, thumbnails, and tags that the algorithm absolutely crave. vidIQ knows exactly what YouTube's algorithm loves. See insights and real data in your niche to help you show your content to more and more viewers, building up your subscriber count like never before. You could have amazing content and still struggle to get discovered. Turn views into revenue, boost your monetization, attract brand sponsorships, and crush your competition, all on autopilot. Get the most out of YouTube. Try vidIQ for free today.
Find Mr. Foreman. I rephrase that question a little different. What does this message send?
So Afro Man countersued the officers. So they didn't reach a verdict today, y'all.
A public official.
They gotta go deliberate.
Unhappy by it, yes. Pissed off, yes. Emotional, yes. What opinion is that saying? I mean, if you can sue people, music artists, comedians to shut them down.
So they didn't reach a verdict, y'all.
I'm sorry they feel the way they do. But there's a certain amount that you have to take as public official. It's part of the
I guess they probably gonna come back tomorrow with an answer.
As we talked about during voir dire, as I've talked about them being called a baby killer, there's certain things you take. And you
he called
the job.
Afro Man said a lot of things about those officers. Afro Man.
The plaintiffs, or I should say Bob, talks about how they wanted it to stop. Where was the certified cease and desist letter?
The judge is biased. I stopped watching when Lisa was crying. Oh, yeah, we missed that part. What was that? Was that on day 2? What day was that on?
To make it stop.
Baby Kim, what day was that on? Lisa was boo-hooing up there because they was playing that song, Lick 'em Low, Lisa. Was that on day 3? I didn't see it on day 3.
The commentary on them.
See, they didn't come to a verdict yet, yo. Listen, they didn't come to a verdict yet. This is so long. We're losing people in here because it's so drawn out. But they should come back. They're coming back again tomorrow, right? Let's see. Is there another court date tomorrow? Let's see. Is there another date tomorrow? Ashley is happening right now. The trial started this week. Afro Man already took the stand. Says the court not exactly a schedule here and try is at the final stage. A decision could come possibly tomorrow. Okay, so we're not going to listen to this man doing his song and dance about, all this. Like, you're just saying the same thing over and over. Like, some comedy is funny, some is not funny. Like, and then Afro Man countersued them. Did y'all hear about that? So he sued them back. What are you suing them for, Afro Man? What are you suing them for? What's up, Superfan? What's up, Oni? What's up, y'all? All right, y'all. Everybody come on in. We're still on the Y going strong. Okay, let's go into some others. You want to go into some more stuff? So while Michael B, let's go into some quick hot topics, okay? So Michael B. Jordan was spotted out on a date, y'all. Okay, Michael B. Jordan was spotted out on a date. Wait, hold on. Let me go to my notes. So Michael Jordan was spotted out on a date yesterday with the girl from Bridgerton. Right? Let's hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it straight. Let's get it popping. So Michael B. Jordan won that Oscar, and then I see something about Charlotte saying that sinners bought the Oscars. I don't know if they could buy the Oscars. I don't know about that, but she seems to think so. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But let's see what we got here. Let's go into some hot topics because that was getting long and drawn out. And the verdict, I want to know the verdict now because y'all are just going back and forth and dancing around. I want to know the verdict. All right? All right. So let's get it popping. So Michael B. Jordan was spotted out on a date. Let me see if I could pull up my notes. And he girlfriend, she looks like she's the Asian girl. He's no longer Lori Harvey. They made a cute couple. I wonder why he stopped dating Lori. Why Lori Harvey get all this? Now she's with that damsel, whatever her name is. She gets all the guys and then she's not with them no more. Like, what happened? She's a beautiful girl, but you don't really know what she's doing. That she's getting them and losing them. I don't know. She was trained by her mama. Her mother trained her. She's a go-getter now. Very beautiful girl. But what is it about her? Right? Hold on. What is it about her that she gets the guys and then she loses the guys? I don't know. But Michael and the Bridgerton star Yerin Ha was spotted out having a very intimate romantic dinner at Godfrey's in Malibu. Now they go to Godfrey's because they don't want to go to Nubu because Nubu is when they get caught out there by all the click and the paparazzis there. So now they go to Godfrey because that's a little bit more low key and a little less paparazzi. But now we know where you at. So now everybody's going to go over there. Now it will be paparazzi. Why? Because you told us where you was at. Okay? So after his Oscar win, okay, he went on a, looks like it was date. They said they was cozied up, tucked away in a corner, having dinner. Okay, Malibu. The two was reportedly tucked away in a corner table, laughing and looking very coupley. Just 24 hours after Michael B. Jordan became the first actor to win an Oscar playing twins. Did you know that? I feel like Eddie Murphy should have got an Oscar playing all those parts in that movie that he played. Don't you feel like that? Why Eddie Murphy ain't getting no Oscar for playing all those parts in the Clumps? Why he didn't get an Oscar for that? And all those parts he played in Coming to America. How come he didn't get an Oscar for that? But Michael B. Jordan is the first one to get the Oscar for playing twins. So yeah, so he's dating that girl from Bridgerton. I haven't watched Bridgerton in a long while. Anybody watch Bridgerton? I haven't watched it in a long while. You know, I like Bridgerton. It's pretty cool. Right? They have they're dressed up in medieval times, and then sometimes they have the new music going on. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. All right, so Blueface had to fight, and now Clarissa is into it with Carlissa is into it with Clarissa Shields. Of course, it's boxing. Of course, Clarissa's going to make a comment. That's up her alley. Of course, she's going to make a comment on the box. She made a comment about Egypt when she boxed. That's Tretch's daughter. She did the boxing match and she got knocked flat out. She went out. Boom. She was stretched out like she was taking a nap on her sofa, right? And Blueface had a fight with this guy Chubby. What's his name? Chubby. And he got knocked through the ropes, and the mama said, no, he didn't get knocked through the ropes. And then they played the video of him getting knocked through the ropes, right? And so Clarissa made a comment about it, and why did she do that? Why did she do that? Carlissa, went back and forth with her and, told her that she needs to, like, pay attention to her fighting and this and that. And, you know how Carlissa gets down. She always cutting into somebody, right? So, everybody, we've been on here going on 4 hours. I'm hungry. My stomach is touching my back. All right? My stomach, he did lose the fight. He did lose the fight. I don't know if I'm going to come back on tonight because I got a lot of stuff to do. And I got to figure out some stuff with, the Y to the tubesy still. And broadcasting over there is like figuring out stuff over there. It's like, ooh, it's a lot to learn, right? But tomorrow I'm going to be on a job. Tomorrow and Friday I'm going to be on the job. So I got to also go reschedule some appointment. I got to make my, I haven't eaten all day. I got to make me something to eat. So I'm not going to make no promises. I might. Mason is here. Hey, Mason, go get us some chicken. Yeah, I'm going to go get you some chicken. I'm having some chicken. We ain't going to eat out today because I don't want to say I had some Chinese food the other day, so I don't want to keep going to get the Chinese food, So we're going to go in there and make some chicken. I should have put some greens on, but I didn't, so much going on. And we did Watching the World with Mel. That went so well. I love working over there with Mel. He's such a dream to work with. Okay, we will see you Sunday. No, not Sunday. Not that long, Charlene. I'm going to be on. I'm going to get in where I fit in. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm still going to come on. It's just that I'm going to be outside. So, I might come on my break or something like that. Come on for an hour. I'm still going to come on. I got to hold my spot. Hey, Mason, what's up with you, Mason? Mason got the little celebration things in there. What you doing, Mason? What you doing? So Mason is here. Yeah, so I'm still going to come on tomorrow and Friday. It's just that I got to get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? I still got to come on and keep that consistency or whatever. So we got to get in where we fit in. I'm going to put some clips up from the Y makes the clips. That's a good thing. All right. And, we still going to keep on with the keep on. All right. And I'm trying to get on here as early as I can. I got to get the Y. Every time I turn around, I'm learning something, or I'm doing my music, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And, I want to get into coming on here early. I need to get on here at least 7 o'clock in the morning. I need to get on here. Right, to catch all the people I need to catch. Right, so eventually we'll get here. But for now, I'm going to go get me something to eat. Everybody, thank you for coming through. Okay, we're on all platform notifications now. Everybody join the Discord. All my links are in my link tree. Join the Discord. Get my song Knockout coming with the heat. We getting ready to do a video and some visuals soon. All right, and everybody, make sure you go and join the Skip grants, get the grants for your business. And what else? All my links, the Y to the Tubesy with Watching the World 777. I'll put it in there. My Y to the Tubesy is in there. Make sure you follow me. All right. And we will be back very, very soon. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We'll be back on very, very soon. All right. I might come back on tonight, but I'm not going to make any promises. All right. Because I got to see how much I might have to get up like 5 in the morning. These shoots, and sometime I got to get up 5. Sometime I got to be on set at 6 in the morning. Okay. I enjoyed the comedy. Yeah, it was funny today. It was funny today. Afro Man is. We're going to see what the verdict is tomorrow. Okay. If not, I'll rerun it back on Saturday. We'll see what the verdict is and what they came out with. You'll probably see it before that anyway, right? And we're going to run some story times. We're going to run on my Y to the Tubesy. I'm going to be doing some reaction videos, all right? And yeah, we're going to keep it rolling, all right? So thank you, everybody. I did the video of oh, you did? I'm going to go look at it. As soon as I get off, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it as soon as I get off, right? There they go giving me a verification. There they go. There goes TikTok giving me a verification. Why did they do that? And you're already here. Why did they give you a verification? All right, y'all. So we will be back. All right, on the Y. I don't know if I'm going to be back on the Y tomorrow. It might be Saturday at this point. All right, but I will be uploading reaction videos on the Y for these next 2 days. We want to keep the consistency rolling. Oh, sleeper cell alert. Zoe says sleeper cell alerts. Oh, I'm definitely cooking at home now. You know what I'm saying? Sleeper cell alerts. I got to go look at that, Zoe. Is Zoe still here? I just seen your message on the Y. I just seen your message. Wow, sleeper cell alert. Sleeper cell alerts. Ooh. Yeah. So listen, y'all. We shall be back tomorrow. I'll get in where I fit in. I'm not making no process. I want to come back on tonight, but I don't know how early I got to get up. I got up 5 in the morning today. I want to get my body trained to get up early in the morning. But I'll be on at some point today, but I'll probably be on tomorrow, but I'll probably be on set. But I will be uploading. I'm going to do some reaction videos for the Y to the Tubesy, right? And I will be uploading those to fill the void for the 2 days. All right. So take your time. We need rent money. Right. We need rent money. We still got to go out and get that money. And also, we got the meet and greet. I'm going to repost those flyers. We got the meet and greet in Atlantic City on April 3rd to the 5th. Okay, cigars and laugh party. Come, you got karaoke night. We got club night. We got a comedy night. All right. And I'll put the flyers up. And we got our rooms off of booking.com. But, you know, if you need help getting rooms and you want to come, we got ours real cheap off of booking.com. So if you're near Atlantic City and you want to come out and party with us, you're welcome. I'll put those flyers up. See all the stuff I got to do? This is why I don't get the chance to come back on, because I got to do all this stuff. All right? So keep your neck on swivel. Zoe says that it's a sleeper cell alert. And you already know that. And they said that the war escalated. I don't know how it escalated because I was on here, but I'm going to do my research. All right. But we'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to get in when I fit. And my hair probably be natural because they ain't going to do all this red on set. I'm going to tell you right now. They're going to be like, oh, you're going to have to take that down because they don't want me competing with the lead actress. So I got to go back to my black curly hair for tomorrow. But that's okay. We're playing a reporter, ironically. All right. So anyway, I'll probably bring my press pass, right? Real Red Riding Hood, right? Yeah, they don't want the Red Riding Hood on set. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, thank you for coming today. Make sure you join the super fans if you can. Thank you for the 69,000. And I will see you soon. Thank you for enjoying the Miss Knockout Show. Thank you, everybody on the Tubular. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. And shout out to my boy Mel from Watching the World 777. He's on every day, and go check him out. All right, everybody, I will see you soon. Hey, Mason. Hey, Mason. Did you go to school today, Mason? Did you go to the school? Did you go to school today, Mason? Yeah. All right. Mason, come back another day, okay? We'll be back soon, Mason. All right? Come back another day. All right? Let me make sure I'm following Mason. Yeah, Mason said, yeah. Wait, hold on. Should I do one? I should have did a battle before I left, right? Every time I want to do a battle, it doesn't pop up. But every time I'm talking and I don't want to do a battle, it pops up all over the place. So it just popped up. I should have accepted it. You know, at least to do one battle before I leave. But that's okay. We'll do it another time. All right? So I will see everybody later. All right? Thank you, everybody, for joining the Miss Knockout Show. And I'll see you soon. Love ya. Toodles. See you soon on the Y. Make sure you subscribe. All right? See you. Bye. We had a good time today.
It's the Miss Knockout Show on the airwaves. So like, if I, share-ify, bless-ify the flow. It's the Miss Knockout Show. Now you already know. Hot Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do broke-ify, now we amplify. Stay blessed-ify, let the energy fly. Hit that tap-ify.